Right.
Alright, then let me go and announce this on Twitter.
On Twitch. We are streaming on Twitch. You will watch the Twitch.
Oh, by the way, actually no, I don't think you really care much about Breath of the Wild.
Oh, that one's Yoite. Okay. I was like, who is this person commenting on my tweet? It's like, oh wait, no, that's Yoite. Okay. I was unsure. I am unfamiliar with all these things. Haha! Toasty liked my tweet about no hero paladin. I still want my hero paladin. I still want my level 20 who decided that.
I got you now, wizard. Like, you got the wizard? Who decided that?
We're ending this campaign early. Who decided that? No, your powers don't extend to real life. You just get them in flexes. It's like, all right, we're gonna play for another 6 hours. Let's do this, guys. That's why everybody fears Travis, even Matthew Mercer. Why Travis doesn't have to like sit. That's why that one guy that I watched XP to level 3 is like, Travis is the greatest Dungeons and Dragons player ever because he just goes with the flow. He doesn't complain. He doesn't try to like weasel his way out of stuff. If Matthew Mercer throws something down, he's just with it. I'm just like, but there's got to be a reason why. I found it. It's because he's basically the Escanor of their group, and if he stands up and flexes, everybody has to sit down and shut up. That's how it works.
Copy.
That's why he put a baby in his wife.
What?
Lucky bastard. I still occasionally ask my brother if he thinks that she does her jester voice when they're having, CX. I like to think they do, but at the same time, I like to think that he looks at her and goes, "Can you stop that?"
Alright then, so hey there everyone, welcome back to my Taco Corner. I'm Kesha Sakura, and with me, of course, is the Edward, is the most mysterious Edward Bombtail. Hey, let's say hi, Edward.
Yo, wait, how am I mysterious? Whatever.
I was trying to say something clever, but every adverb I wanted to add was weird.
The epitomus, the titicular, which makes no sense because my name's not in any of the title.
Yes. All right. So anyway, last time we ended with I believe it was the Rangers. And we don't have as Jared here is yelling Rangers over and over again now.
Yeah. You wait, he'll figure it out.
Alright then, so anyway, now it's time for the rogues. You know, like stabbing people in the backs and getting money to enemies and NPCs alike. So, anyway, so here are the optional class features. We have, oh wow, they only have one. Like, oh, rogues, the most balanced class in all D&D 5e.
Wait, who's the most balanced?
Oh no, rogues only have one extra optional class feature.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
Oh, that's why they wanted to emphasize more on rogues using on bows and crossbows, because their extra class feature is called steady aim. So yeah, at 3rd level, as a bonus action, you can give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn. Wow. You can use this bonus action only if you haven't moved during this turn, and after you use this bonus action, your speed is 0 until the end of the current turn. Also, literally, you being a sniper rogue.
I honestly thought you were gonna say it's you being a slut. It's like, wait, what?
What?
I don't know. I'm tired. Okay.
How tired are you?
Dead tired. I went to bed. Actually, I didn't even go to bed after we got off of here. I went and made a steak.
What?
And then, while I was cooking that steak, I made a grilled cheese sandwich because I was super hungry. And then I tried to go to sleep, and I think I got like an hour of sleep. And then I woke up, went to work, And I actually had a pretty good day at work, but then it's like I came home and I like cleaned some stuff, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and then I couldn't get to sleep, and then Invasion of the Body Snatchers popped up in my YouTube feed, so I had to watch it because it's like free with ads, and I don't have ads on any of my stuff, so it was just free.
So you're running on an hours worth of sleep.
Yep. Let's do this.
All right then. Alright, so with that class feature though, imagine like a multi-class artificer rogue, and what goes into artillerist.
Yeah.
Like I like think of it though, like having a sniper rifle from very far away, and he can basically do on sneak attack every turn, because they don't know where he is.
Yeah.
The only problem is that he's isolated, and if they do find him, he's screwed.
Isn't everybody at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Cornered.
Alright, so anyway, now for the archetypes, we have the Phantom.
Ooh. Like the pulp character, the Phantom. No, I'm thinking of La Fantoma. Never mind.
Alright, so let's see. The flavor text. Many rogues walk the fine line between life and death, risking their own lives and taking the lives of others. While adventuring on that line, some rogues discover a mystical connection to death itself. These rogues take knowledge from the dead and become immersed in negative energy, eventually becoming like ghosts. Thieves Guild value them as highly effective information gatherers and spies. Many Shadarkai of the Shadowfell are masters of these macabre techniques, and some are willing to teach this path. In places like Thay in the Forgotten Realms, or Karnath in Eberron, where many necromancers practice their craft, a phantom can become become a wizard's confidant and right-hand man. Well, right hand. In temples of gods and of death, the phantom might work as an agent to track down those who try to cheat death, and to recover knowledge that might otherwise be lost to the grave. How do you discover the grim power? Did you sleep in the graveyard and awaken your new abilities? I mean, it didn't work out for Beck. Or those two girls who were doing Taibo in the graveyard.
Yeah. You don't know. Maybe he does have phantom powers. Who knows? You could.
No, I'm Daddy Phantom. Going ghost.
Going grave ghost.
No,
maybe they had sex with a dead body, and that's how they get their powers. The sex dead.
When I said that though, you remember the episode when everyone was having that dream, and Arnold wake up from having a bad dream, so Danny had to go inside each one of them to make him get a bad dream, and so we went to Sam.
What was his name, Dash or whatever? Into like the dream. He went into like the dream version of Dash. Or was his name Dash?
Yeah,
like the bully guy, whatever the bully guy's name was. He went into him and he's like, "No, I'm Dandy Phantom, going
ghost."
Like this has become amazingly off the rails.
And he went to his sister's dream and is all like on did I dream that I got married to Dash? He's been useful all day.
Yeah.
Alright, so at 3rd level you get Whispers of the Dead. Echoes of those who have died cling to you. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can choose one skill or 2 proficiency that you lack and gain it. As a ghostly presence shares its knowledge with you. You lose this proficiency when you use this feature to choose a different proficiency that you lack. Huh.
That sounds like something I was going to use for a specific warlock type, but they made it into a rogue.
This guy funny. So you literally just sleep and go. You literally just sleep going like, I wish I could not know how to use a healer's kit. Here you go, fam. Like, and next morning, hey guys, look, I know how to use a healer's kit now.
Boy, I sure do wish I was acrobatic. Do a backflip. If you wake up, I should do a backflip.
Oh yeah, you choose skills, huh? Okay.
I did a backflip.
That's just kind of cool. You can actually flip your proficiencies on the fly, depending on what adventure you're on. Assuming on your DM allows you to get a short or long rest.
Yeah, and assuming you don't already use the thing that Tasha put into the game mechanics where you can just change your skill.
Yeah, but that takes that takes the course over like in-game weeks or months. So this one's like literally overnight.
Wait, is it?
Yeah, when you take a short or long rest, when you take a short or long rest, you can actually change your skills and proficiencies on the fly.
No. I mean the skills itself, because they're in the mechanics now for every class apparently. At a certain level, you can choose to change your proficiency bonus in one of the skills that was from your class at level 1.
Yeah, basically, when depending on the DM though, how they roll it though, it's either like if it's like a dynamic thing, you can like change it when you level up, or if you choose in between levels and be like, oh, I want to choose a new subclass, and then you go and train for it. It'll take you like a month or 6 months, and it'll cost you like 1,200 gold.
I don't remember that part. I just remember the subclass one doing that.
Yeah,
Although
but
then again, I actually read the subclass one because my brother sent a whole friggin' screen cap of it. So,
well, yeah, but I meant that for this workers archetype, literally in a matter, you can go switch between like 5 to 6 skills or 5 to 6 tool proficiencies in a matter in 1 week.
ugh, no.
Stop having lyrics, damn it!
Also, no.
Alright, so that was a 3rd level. Also a 3rd level, you get also Wails from the Grave. As you nudge someone closer to the grave, you can channel the power of death to harm someone else as well. Immediately after you deal your sneak attack damage to a creature on your turn, you can target a second creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice for your level, round up. And the second creature takes necrotic damage equal to the roll's total. As wails of the dead sound around them for a moment, you can use this feature a number of times equal to your PB and regain all uses after you finish a long rest.
Okay, so the only change to that was the damage type, because in the original it was psychic damage.
I guess that necrotic makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is necrotic makes way more sense if you're using dead stuff. So.
God damn it, Edward!
What? Oh, big followers.com. I'm gonna get a shirt that says that. And then on the back it's gonna say never go to this website.
Just basically ruin them.
I want to. They're probably a pyramid scheme or something.
What or get big. What's the most cheesiest pyramid scheme ever? We're like, join us. We get big followers for your Twitch, but also sell these essential oils first, so you can become your own boss. Like,
oh god, we get you. We get you big followers, and all you have to do is follow around Emerald Tusk and tell me he's bad.
Alright then, so that's Wails from the Grave. Now for 9th level, you get Tokens of the Departed. When a life ends in your presence, you're able to snatch a token from the departing soul, a sliver of its life essence that takes physical form. That reminds me of Darby, the one that played cards with Jotaro and them in Star Crusaders.
Yes.
Like, remember how he was able to turn their souls into coins?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay, so, physical form, as a reaction, when a creature you can see dies within 30 feet of you, you can open your free hand and cause a tiny trinket to appear there. A soul trinket. The DM determines the trinket's form, or has you roll on the trinket's table in the player's handbook to generate it. Or, or on a rule of cool, you choose what the form is.
Yeah.
You can have a maximum number of soul trinkets equal to your PB, and you can't create one while at your maximum. You can use soul trinkets in the following ways. 1. While soul trinket is on your person, you have advantage on death saving throws and constitution saving throws. For your vitality is enhanced by the life essence within the object. 2. When you deal sneak attack damage on your turn, you can destroy one of your soul trinkets that's on your person, and then immediately use Whales from the Grave without expending a use of that feature. Oh.
Okay, so that's different.
3. As an action, you can destroy one of your soul trinkets, no matter where it's located.
Okay, that's the one that I'm actually reading right now. So.
When you do so, you can ask the spirit associated with the trinket one question. The spirit appears to you and answers in a language it knew in life. It's under no obligation to be truthful, and answers as concisely as possible, eager to be free. The spirit knows only what it knew in life, and as determined by the DM.
So it's just basically a ghost dick. Got it.
It
reminds me of that thing in I forget which Hellboy movie it was, but they brought back, I think, Rasputin or something to like ask him stuff. It's something similar, but not like the exact same thing, because it wasn't. They put his soul into a coin and then destroyed the coin and talked to him. It was they had some kind of like medallion or something that they used, and it brought the corpse back to life. But
it also kind of reminds me of Jonah, the power Jonah Hex had.
Oh yeah.
Like he's able to touch a corpse and he's able to talk to them as he brings their soul back into their body.
he's that one guy from that ABC show. I think it was called Pushing Daisies or something. And it was literally, there was a guy that worked in a morgue, and he had a power that could bring people back to life for a specific amount of time, and then he would use that to help them solve their murders or something like that. I never really watched it. I saw like a few clips of it when my grandmother used to watch it. That's how old this is. But it just makes you think Jonah Hex is that. He just touches people and brings them back to life. They're like,
well, the only caveat with Jonah Hex's power is that the longer they've been dead, the longer he can bring them back, as long as he has his hand touching them. Because apparently, if you just died, then your body will start to deteriorate, and your body will just go away forever.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, at the very climax of the movie, though, he actually killed someone, brought them back, and waited until his body disintegrated, because he hated that guy so much.
Yeah, I'd do that too. I can fuck myself.
So yeah, for the first use though, on death saving throws though, it doesn't say your tokens gets destroyed, so you just keep on having advantage as long as you have one soul token on you. But then again, that is at that ninth level.
Yeah, I like the. I don't know if it words it specifically the way the way it says it on here, but it says while the soul trinket is on your person. Does it mean just specifically it can only be used by the rogue phantom, or can you like give a coin to somebody and they get advantage on death saves? And because that could be really useful for a character that just won't stop dying,
like a barbarian.
And then you're like, here's a token. If you're about to die, give it to the river Styx man, and he'll let you stay.
Ooh, well, the thing is though, I think it's how they word it though. I think the token only works for the phantom, because then it'll be really overpowered though if you just give it to like a zealot barbarian with rage beyond death.
I disagree. I like the idea of the rogue going, you're gonna give me stuff, and in exchange you basically get a potential get out of death free card. Here you go. But and it's only equal to their peanut butter, so I don't remember what peanut butter is at 9th level.
It's usually the same.
So you can make 4. You can make 4 tokens. So if you're just a group of 4, everybody has a token. But you literally have to stand near somebody and just be like, "You gonna die yet? You gonna die yet? You gonna coin?"
Yeah, but overall, I don't think it works that way, because it says here you can use soul trinkets in the following ways, not them.
Oh, that's lame. No, because it says you can use it in the following ways, but then it says while the soul trinket is on your person.
On your person.
Why would it not just say when you have it? I don't know why they have to use the flowery lettering because that just
because it's D&D. It's all that bardic language.
No, it's not. You just I don't know. I would still say if somebody wanted to do it like that, I'd rule cool that. Until it got too annoying, then I had to figure out a way to knock it off. It'd just be like a fun game. And he was the only one that knew how to do it.
Well, yeah, because it'll still cheapen it because the fact that they can just go in here and work as a bandit and if they're really dicks and they'll incentivize them becoming murder hobos.
Well, you're making it sound like it's way more powerful than what it is. It's literally only advantage on death saving throws and Constitution saves, which we play a lot of Roll20, and I don't know if you know this, but we pretty much always roll with disadvantage on Roll20.
Well, Roll20 is being not to be a dick, but regardless. But besides, look, it says here how it's worded though. They made it sound like it's meant to be used only by the Phantom.
But then why would it say that you can only have a maximum amount of coins equal to your PB? Like, why would you need 4 coins? Does it use it up? Because it doesn't.
The last two uses they do.
That one.
Yes.
That one, yes. But I'm talking about I'm still on the advantage for saving throws.
It does not.
Yeah. So why? I don't understand why you would need 4 coins for that one specifically. I get it for the other ones because it uses them up, but like, why specify that you can make 4 coins at this level and then have an ability that doesn't use up the coins is my problem.
It's, I guess, mostly because of the fact that the rogues themselves are always squishy, so they're always in danger of rolling death saving throws. I mean, look at Ruth. At level 1, she went in head first and got down immediately.
Okay, normally a person is good at playing a character they make. Ruth's character is just bad at playing a rogue. He literally should have made a fighter or something. Like, hey, Toasty.
I mean, you said that he could be a swashbuckler. What you could have done is make him into like a sailor fighter.
Whoa, don't put this on me. I didn't know he was gonna be bad.
It's Jared. You know he's always bad because of RP stuff. He just goes into swords ablazing and just like hack.
We literally told him that it's not a good idea for a rogue to run in head first and maybe use stealth, but no. I'm a pirate. I gotta be big and flashy. It's like he could have been a bard and pretended to be a pirate. Oh no, now I sound like my brother. You don't have to be a ranger. You can just be a fighter that's an archer. And I'm like, but you don't get all the cool stuff that the ranger gets, like being able to walk over difficult terrain or having like a favorite enemy and, you know, whatever else other.
Also, they also get tracking, and depending on what path you go, you get either an animal companion. Also, you get some druidic magic.
Well, that's the thing. When we were having this argument, I wanted to do non-magic bard or non-magic bard. That's stupid. Non-magic ranger, essentially.
Yeah,
and that was
fighter with a bow.
Huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. There's an actual, like, somebody made a ranger class that does not use magic. They're basically just they're basically just like fighter. They have the superiority dice thing as their thing instead of.
So this is homebrew?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm.
I don't know if anybody's done it in a UA. I know I read it from somewhere and I have it saved on my laptop. So, Toasty, welcome to our stream. It's going to be another 5 hours because I'm sitting here arguing.
All right. So anyway, on
1 hour of sleep.
13th level, it's Ghost Walk. You can phase partially into a realm of the dead, becoming like a ghost. As a bonus action, you can assume a spectral form. While in this form, you have a flying speed of 10 feet. You can hover, and attack rolls have disadvantage against you. You can also move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. You can also move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain, but you take 1d10 force damage if you end your turn inside a creature or an object.
Yeah, sounds about right. That's usually how it is for spells like that, so.
Yeah, it's it kind of reminds me of What's that spell again? Was it Blink or no, Dimension Door? Dimension Door.
One of the teleportation ones.
Yeah, if you use Dimension Door and go to a space that you don't know of, and it happens to be inside of a wall, you take on force damage.
Really?
As you're forced out. As you're forced out. You stay in this form for 10 minutes or until you end it as a bonus action. To use this feature again, you must finish a long rest or destroy one of your soul trinkets.
Okay, so at least they're getting the soul trinkets, and this is actually, I like this subclass. I would honestly, if I was going to play a rogue, I'd probably pick Phantom, because this is a pretty interesting class.
Use feature again, you want to finish a long rest or destroy one of your soul trinkets as part of bonus action you use to activate Ghost Walk. And plus, with how much people are dying in battle, though, you can use up and gain multiple soul trinkets.
And this was at level 13?
13.
So they can make 5 trinkets at that point. Because of their peanut butter.
At level 17, you get Death's Friend. Your association with death has become so close that you gain the following benefits. 1. When you use your whales from the grave, they deal the necrotic damage to both the first and the second creature.
Okay.
And 2, at the end of a long rest, a soul trinket appears in your hand if you don't have any soul trinkets, as the spirits of the dead are drawn to you.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. It immediately made me think of the level 20 monk ability, where it's like, if you have no key and you go into a fight, you get like a certain amount of key back. It's like, oh, okay. This is a level 20 ability, guys. Thanks. They
could have made that a little bit better.
Yeah, it's different from the UA because theirs was Death Knell. I think it's Knell. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've never seen it before.
I mean, what they could have done though is like they could have empowered it to where like you gain all your key back, but with the caveat you can only use it once per long rest.
Yeah, I guess that would work. At level 17, when you use your whales from the grave, you can now do. Oh no, it's essentially the same thing except without the little trinket thing. It's basically, but once again, it's psychic instead of necrotic for some reason.
Oh goody! It looks like we have psychic rogues now with Soul Knife.
Oh, they made rogue Soul Knight or
Soul Knife.
Soul Knight.
Knife.
Behold. No,
Knife.
I want it to be Soul Knight now.
No, but
I'm
Soul
wondering
Knife.
which one it's gonna pick because apparently there was 2 different ones.
So it'll be like the fighter version.
Probably, because one's Soul Knife and one's Soul Knife revisited.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Let's see. Most assassins strike with the physical weapons, and many burglars and spies use thieves' tools to infiltrate secure locations. In contrast, a soul knife strikes and infiltrates with the mind, cutting through barriers both physical and psychic. These rogues discover psionic powers within themselves and channel it to do their roguish work. They find easy employment and members of Thieves' Guild. Though they're often mistrusted by rogues who are leery of anyone using strange mind powers to conduct their business, most governments would also be happy to employ a soul knife as a spy. Amid the trees of ancient forest of the material plane and in the Feywild, some wood elves would walk the path of the soul knife, serving as silent, lethal guardians of the woods. In the endless war among the Githrazai is encouraged to become a soul knife when stealth is required against the Githyanki foe. As a soul knife, your psionic abilities might have haunted you since you were a child, only revealing their full potential as you experience the stress of adventure. Or you might have sought out a reclusive order of psychic adepts to spend years learning how to manifest your power.
Okay, so far all of that flavor text was in Soul Knife Revisited, so far so good.
Alright, so at 3rd level you get psionic power.
No.
You harbor your wellspring of psionic energy within yourself. The energy is represented by your psionic energy dice, which are each a d6, and you have a number of these dice equal to twice your PB, and they fuel various psionic powers you have, which are detailed below. Some of your powers expend your psionic energy die as they use, as specified in the power description, and you can't use a power if it requires you to use a die when your dice are all expended. You regain all your expended psionic energy dice when you finish a long rest. In addition, as a bonus action, you can regain one expended psionic energy die, but you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay, so basically, that's the psychic warrior knight guy.
When you reach certain levels in this class, the size of your dice increases. At 5th level, it's a D8. At 11th level, a D10. At 17th level, a D12.
Okay.
So let's see the power. Here are the powers. You get first one is Psi bolstered knack. When your non-psionic training fails you, your psionic power can help. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool with which you have a proficiency, you can roll one psionic energy die and add number rolled to the check, potentially turning a failure into success. You expend one the die only if your roll succeeds.
Mm. They did not have that. Like they have like everything you just read was basically up there, but it didn't have that little extra part at the end. So
I'm gonna lockpick this lock. I'm gonna no.
I'm just gonna push the door open with my psychic abilities. Fuck this.
I mean,
I'd rather be a mystic.
I mean, you're not wrong. Psychic whispers. You can establish telepathic communication between yourself and others. Perfect for quiet infiltration. As an action, choose one or more creatures you can see, up to a number of creatures equal to your proficiency bonus, PB, and then roll one psionic energy die. For a number of hours equal to the number rolled, the chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them. To send or receive a message, no action required. You and other creatures must be within 1 mile of each other. A creature can't use its telepathy if it can't speak any languages, and a creature can end a telepathic connection at any time. No action required. You and the creature don't need to speak a common language to understand each other. The first time you use this power, after a long rest, you don't expend the psionic energy die. All other times you use the power, you expend the die.
Well, that last part's new to this one, but also they didn't have the PB thing. It was just like choose creatures you can see up to a number of creatures equal to the number you rolled. So, but also I like the idea of somebody getting mad at someone, you know, like this conversation's over, and then they like hello, and you just hear beep 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 beep. Use the fucking dial tone because they hung up their brain.
No, this conversation is over. Like, no, we're doing this in our heads right now, and then you can't hear you. Just go flip you off. Oh, that son of a bitch. So basically, with that though, you can basically become Miss Martian from Young Justice.
Dumb Megan.
At At level 3 also, you can also get Psychic Blades. So basically lightsabers.
No, basically like what's her face from X-Men, Psylocke. You just become Psylocke with this. They literally just made Psylocke.
She can make Psychic Blades.
Ghost, yes.
Hmm.
She makes little energy blades on her hands and cuts people with them. She's psychic.
You can manifest your psionic powers as a shimmering blade of psychic energy. Whenever you take the attack action, you can manifest a psychic blade from your free hand and make the attack with that blade. This magic blade is a simple melee weapon with finesse and thrown properties. And on a hit, it deals a psychic damage equal to 1d6 plus the ability modifier you used for the attack roll. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses the target, and leaves no mark on its target if it deals damage. I'm gonna cut you on the inside. Wait, what?
I'm gonna cut you in your feelings. So this is even more edgy. This is what Hood should have played.
After you attack with the blade, you can make a melee or range a weapon attack with a second psychic blade as a bonus action on the same turn, provided your other hand is free to create it. The damage die of this bonus attack is 1d4 instead of 1d6.
So basically, it's like Byakuya's fucking tiger claw thing from Yu Yu Hakusho. Because he could make little tiger claw things, like how Wolverine's claws are in the middle of his knuckles, but he could also fire them off.
That sounds kind of weird.
It is. It's very weird. Byakuya was Byaku. I forget he's a white tiger. He's one of the 4 saint beats. Fuck. 1 hour of play, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this.
Byakko?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, when he said Byakko, I was like, Byakko Kuchiki from Bleach?
Yes, he turned into a big white tiger. It was his persona, and he finally unlocked it.
Speaking of Bleach, though, did you know that Titakubo made a new series that's set in the Bleach universe?
What is it called? Detergent?
No, it's I forgot what it's called though, but it's set in. Get this! It's set in the London branch of Soul Society.
All right, everybody within the sound of my voice, go beat up Taite Kubo. I'm tired of his shit. I am super tired of his shit. Oh, I'm done with Bleach. Brings it back because he needs money.
No, but
that's officially done.
No, it has nothing to do with the original cast in Japan.
No. What I'm saying is that remember when he had Rukia disappear at the original ending of the Bleach manga? He was gonna be done. He was done, and I told you no. He's gonna bring it back. Watch, because he needs money. And then they started that whole shit over again, where Ichigo was training to get his fucking powers back, and they were fighting a bunch of psychic people. And I was like, I told y'all, motherfuckers. I told you that he won't stop. He needs money. And then when they finished Bleach, it was just like, okay, Bleach is finally done. I'm like, nah, he's gonna do something else. Watch. I know it. I fucking called it. He could have just disappeared and vanished off into obscurity, like the guy that does Hunter x Hunter. But no, he had to go. No, we're making a spinoff, you guys. It's Torchwood, guys. It's basically just Torchwood.
To be fair, he's still doing Hunter x Hunter. It's just that though he's very, very slow on the updates. Like he updates like on average once and twice every year or something.
Let me have my joke. I'm tired.
Alright, so at 9th level you get Soul Blades.
Oh, this sounds edgy.
Your psychic blades are now an expression of your psi suffused soul, giving you these powers that your psionic that you use your psionic energy dice. Homing strikes. If you make an attack roll with your psychic blades and you miss the target, you can roll 1 psionic energy die and add the number rolled to the attack roll. If this causes the attack to hit, you expend your psionic energy die. So the guy wasn't the one guy from Rurouni Kenshin. It was in the manga, by the way. I don't think it was in an anime where he was fighting Yahiko, and his whole entire gimmick is he does all these secret weapons and stuff. So what he did though, he covered Yahiko with his iron dust, and he was using a sword that was actually a magnet.
All right, everybody within the sound of my voice, go beat up Taite Kubo. Okay, so I mean everything because this once again the UA uses the whole like dice decreased by 1 size thing, so it's essentially the same thing so far. But also when you were reading that, I thought it literally said size suffered soul, and I'm like, I knew it. This is an edgy boy.
Yes. Alright, so next one is psychic teleportation. Oh. As a bonus action, you can manifest one of your psychic blades, expend 1 psionic energy die and roll it, and throw the blade at unoccupied space you can see up to a number of feet equal to 10 times the number rolled. You then teleport to that space and the blade vanishes.
Oh, the yellow flash! They're really drawing from just everything, aren't they? Jesus Christ. That
also, it's like freaking the yellow flash from Naruto. It's also I don't know why. It also kind of reminds me of what's his name now from Diamonds Unbreakable.
Josuke?
No, his meathead friend who's very, very dumb.
Yeah, Okuyasu.
Yeah, it reminds me of him when he uses powers to actually to start teleporting to places.
Yeah, he just scrapes the space between 2 different points, and that just pulls them to it. It's like, wait, but then you did that to another thing, and it drew the objects towards you. How do you determine which way it goes? Did you see my scar? You want to know how I got these scars?
My argument for that one is like when he actually no, he was aiming for Josuke, so which is arguably the same weight as him. So, huh?
Yeah. He just determines it.
I guess he determines which based on the pull, either the one in front of him or the one behind him.
I'm still disappointed with the anime because in the manga, when he uses his attack again, this is a spoiler for like a 20-year-old chapter. When he used it in the manga, when he uses the hand to attack chili peppers, in the manga, because of the way it's drawn, you can't, it's kind of hard to draw movement actions. Mm-hmm. It looks like he swiped the ground and it hit in 4 separate spots, as opposed to him going effortlessly each way as Chili Peppers rolled his Frieza-looking ass out of the way and go, Instead, it just looked like he did it once and it just wiped away like 4 areas. And I'm like, that is cool. And then it got to the anime and like, everybody within the sound of my voice go beat up Taito Kubo. That's where it all started.
Yeah, you gotta beat him up though, but you're not gonna beat up the person who created Inuyasha, who made a new sequel now.
Yeah, no, he's dumb too, and I don't like him, her, it, them. I don't know who draws Inuyasha.
It's the same one who draws on Ranma 1/2.
Well, yeah, but I don't remember if it was.
I think it's a woman.
Okay, well, time to die.
Alright, so at 13th level, you get Psychic Veil. You can weave a veil of psychic static to mask yourself. As an action, you can magically become invisible along with anything you are wearing or carrying. So basically, a distortion field.
Oh, thank God it's not like Minecraft, where at one point you drink an invisibility potion, you've had armor on, you can just see that armor. It's so stupid. I don't know if they still have that or not. It comes
along with anything you are wearing or carrying for 1 hour or until you dismiss the effect no action required. The invisibility ends immediately after you deal damage to a creature or you force a creature to make a saving throw. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a psionic energy die to use the feature again.
Okay, so the only difference is that they actually upped the amount of time you can be invisible. In the UA, apparently, was 10 minutes for some reason.
That's not doing enough to do rogue stuff.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure you know about 7 Deadly Sins. I'm pretty sure you watched and/or read it before I found out about it. But I mean, it didn't take Bond 10 minutes to snap that woman's neck.
But Bond is not a stealthy boy. He's more like a absorb energy, become buff boy.
Yes, but he also used a rogue skill. He multiclassed for a while, obviously.
What? He's a rogue the multiclass into barbarian.
Yeah.
No, he multiclassed into Zeld barbarian because he has rage beyond death.
Oh God. Yeah, but did he gain an ability that allows him to give energy to people? I feel like that's the thing I read had happened.
I don't know. I just remember he after many chapters and like near the end of the series though, he finally got his divine weapon or something.
Yeah.
Which apparently allows him to multi-hit multiple creatures across country.
He just becomes a sniper? Jesus.
No, you know how he does this thing with the 3-piece nunchuck and he can multiple hit one person? Like, yeah. Imagine that, but it's like stabbing people across country.
Jesus.
That's why I saw it in the comics. So I was like, I think the creator didn't actually plan on giving Bond his divine weapon or something, because he got his very very late in the game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he also didn't expect to make it so that Bond could die. He gave up his immortality.
Oh yeah, to bring back the woman he loved.
Big mistake. Obviously, even though she's the best character.
Oh yeah, big mistake. Honestly, I don't know why I thought you were gonna argue that he should have gone with Jericho.
No. I don't know where to go from there. Just read the next one, please.
Let's see. That was Psychic Veil. Rend Mind. At 17th level, You can sweep your psychic blades directly through a creature's mind. When you use your psychic blades to deal a sneak attack damage to a creature, you can force that target to make a wisdom saving throw. DC equals 8 plus your PB plus your dex modifier. If the save fails, the target is stunned for 1 minute. The stunned target can't repeat the stunned target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Once you use this feature, you can't do it again until you finish a long rest, unless you spend 3 sonic energy dice to use it again.
Ooh. I mean, it is a 20th level skill.
17th.
Or 17th, whatever. Same thing. Whatever. I like the fact that it's just like, now you can hurt their minds. It's like, couldn't I have done that before? I'm supposed to be a freaking psychic, for God's sakes.
No, you can hurt their minds with your psychic knife.
No.
Can I hurt them with my regular knife? No, psychic knife is much more edgier. Alright then, since you're too tired and to actually to make any more jokes, what the... anyway, next up is apparently everyone's favorite class, the Sorks.
Yeah.
Sorcerers. And now for their additional on spells. It's additional death note.
I used additional notes.
Alright, so here's on their additional spells, and god damn it, again Harley, again Edward.
Yes, it was after psychic. Oh.
Game of Horrors.
Now. Okay.
Alright, so on so cantrips, you now have you now can get Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, and Sword Burst.
Mind Sliver is a new one. Which makes me think they might be doing Aberrant Mind to them, if that's the case.
Every skill in here are from this book.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so first level...
They were all originally in Unearthed Arcana, and then they're making them official, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Is that if they have Mind Sliver, then chances are they're going to go with Aberrant Mind because they were both from the same UA, and it's actually... I think it's actually supposed to be flavored as one of their usually picked abilities. So
yeah,
it's a pretty good ability. It allows you to impose disadvantage on saving throws on one enemy, or if you're like me and you have the ability to twin spell things, you can hit 2 people with disadvantage against saving throws, and then yell, "Push that motherfucker over the ledge."
Alright then, so at first level, they also now get Grease and Tasha's Caustic Brew.
That's one of the new spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second level, you now get Flame Blade, Flaming Sphere, Magic Weapon, and Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay, that's yet another one. She's very full of herself.
This is Tasha's book, by the way.
Exactly, she's very full of herself. She has a lot of things to say.
Well, duh. At third level, you get Intellect Fortress and Vampiric Touch. Fourth level, you get Fire Shield. Fifth level, you get Bigsby's Hand. Sixth level is Flesh to Stone, Otuluk's Freezing Sphere, and Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Like, as in disguise, or as in she calls in like 3 guys to come beat you up?
Probably disguise because it's spelled on Guise.
Okay.
Seventh level is Dream of the Blue Veil. Eighth level is Demiplane, and ninth level is Blade of Disaster.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Right, and here's some apparently some meta magic options. So
Yeah,
at third, huh?
They added some with the UA. So.
Yeah, at third level, when you choose meta magic options, you have access to the following additional options. One is called Seeking Spell. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend 2 sorcery points to reroll the d20, and you must use the new roll. You can use Seeking Spell even if you already have You can use Seeking Spell even if you already used a different meta magic option during the casting of the spell. And you also have a transmuted spell. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change that damage type to one of the other listed types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
I like that one. That's kind of cool.
So wait, so whoa. So like so you can cast fireball, and instead of being fire, it could be cold.
Yeah, it'd be a fire so hot that it freezes or whatever they said in.
It's
I was saying Big Bang Theory.
It's ice. It's ice so cold it burns.
Whatever. That thing. I had 1 hour of sleep. Anyway, Seeking Spell they changed slightly because they didn't. In the UA they had it. It was 1 sorcery point, which. I mean, I guess it makes sense to have it 1 because it was like when you cast a spell that requires a target to make a dexterity saving throw. You can spend 1 sorcery point to ignore the effects of half and quarter. What? That's weird. Like it. So if they don't have 3/4, like there's no point then. If it's the way this is worded is you make them make the dexterity saving throw. You spend 1 sorcery point to ignore the effects of half and 3/4 cover against targets of the spell, which is weird. Because what if you want to use it and they're not covered? Is it just an auto hit? Like, whatever. Oh, wait. 2 sources. Oh, they changed that. Okay, so in Tasha's, you said it was called Seeking Spell, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had another one called Unerring Spell, and its description is the exact description you read, word for word. So they basically got rid of the 3/4 one, which made no fucking sense, and changed Unerring Spell to that one. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Although I don't know if because they don't list Transmuted Spell as a UA, but I'm pretty sure it was a UA because I remember people talking about it. So.
Well, you change the type of the spell itself.
Of damage, yeah.
Like, like I cast fireball. Stupid human! I'm immune to fire. It's now cold. What?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just basically fuck, I forget. Was it in the movie? There was I keep linking everything to 7 Deadly Sins, and I apologize for that. But I think it was in the movie where Merlin did she had a spell that basically caused spells to do different effects. So she would throw a fireball and it would do lightning damage.
That sounds
really
familiar.
weird.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, actually, yeah.
It was really weird, but that's basically what that spell is. So.
Alright then, so next one is at 4th level you can get Sorcerer's Versatility. Whenever you reach a certain level in this class that grants ability score improvement feature, you can do one of the following, representing the magic within you in following ways. Replace one of the options you choose for the meta magic feature with the different meta magic options available to you, or replace one cantrip you learned from this class's spellcast. Oh, you're missing the same thing as before. Replacing cantrips, and also you can replace any meta magic you want.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that last part?
I
I heard the part where you said it was basically the same thing.
Oh, like you can replace cantrips, and also you can also replace on any meta magics in your options.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. But.
Yeah. At 5th level, you also get magical guidance. You can tap into your inner wellspring of magic to try and conjure success from failure. When you make an ability check that fails, you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll the d20. You must use the new roll, potentially turning the fail into a success.
Oh.
Or it could turn a success, or you could turn a failure into a critical failure.
You turn a success into a critical failure. Got it. Ow. Why did that hurt? Am I dying?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's my dying wish. Everybody within the sound of my voice contact to Goomba for making the soul knife rogue and not my hero paladin. My hero paladinia. Soul knife rogue. Huh? All right. So is that?
That was it for the extra options. Now it's for the subclasses. So the first one you get is Aberrant Mind.
Hell yeah.
So I'm guessing psychic. Guessing psychic on sorcerers.
Yeah, but we'll see because I'm wondering if they made it so that it has the dice like the other psychic ones because. In the original UA, it had nothing to do with that. It was just flavored as being psionic. So at certain levels, you had the ability to like cast a spell without using like somatic or component. You just cast it, and that was their psionics. So.
Alright, so an alien influence has wrapped its tendrils around your mind, giving you psionic powers. You can now touch other minds with that power and alter the world around you by using it to control the magical energy of the multiverse. Will this power shine from you as a hopeful beacon to others, or will you be a source of terror to those who feel the stab of your mind and witness the strange messages of your might?
Indeed.
So at first level, we get psionic spells. So let's see. At first level, it's Arms of Hadar, Dissonant Whispers, and Mindsliver.
Oh, they just give you that one. Okay, the UA they didn't do that, so that's kind of cool. You don't have to
yeah. So third level, you get Calm Emotions and Detect Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth level is Hungers of Hadar and Sending.
Mm-hmm.
Seventh level is Ivard's Black Tentacles and Summon Aberration.
Okay, that's different.
Ninth level, it's Rary's Telepathic Bond and Telekinesis.
Okay, so I'm glad they give you telekinesis because originally they did not.
Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. At 7th level, you get in the original you get Compulsion and Evard's Black Tentacles, and then 9th you get Modify Memory, which is just as equally kind of cool for a psionic ability, but you should basically get telekinesis. But it was Modify Memory and Rary's Telepathic Bond, so.
Alright, so at first level we get Telepathic Speech. Hold on, sorry, I'm just finding this size problems.
That's cool, we don't have telepathic speech.
Alright, so you can form a telepathic connection between your mind and the mind of another. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other, while the two of you are within a number of miles of each other equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 mile. To understand each other, you must speak mentally in a language the other knows. The telepathic connection lasts for a number of minutes equal to your sorcery level. It ends early if you are incapacitated or die, or if you use the ability to form a connection with a different creature.
Just like marriage.
Alright, so at 6th level, we get Psionic Sorcery. When you cast any spell of 1st level or higher from your Psionic spells feature, you can cast it by expending a spell slot as normal, or by spending a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level. If you cast a spell using sorcery points, it requires no verbal or somatic components, and it requires no material components unless they are consumed by the spell.
Alright, I'm gonna say fuck that on this one, because I just realized that they got rid of Warped Being, which was my favorite part of this. Which was basically like how the Dragon Sork has their AC equal to like 13 plus their dex or whatever when they're not wearing armor. Warped Being was essentially their version of that, where it's like, oh, maybe you have a tough hide or viscous slime or scales or an invisible psionic barrier. And then it talks about the AC while not wearing armor. So, in all honesty, I could have done without the telepathic thing. Like, I don't know many people that use it. it's a good thing to have, but at the same time, it's like you got rid of a free AC thing, since sorcerers are usually squishy depending on which one they pick.
Exactly. Sorcerers, I meant in a way, I meant to be squishy. So like the only one that was weird was the draconic options, which in a way makes sense because the dragons are like normally hard to kill beasts.
Yes, but so are abominations from the Far Realm, which was
Not if you stab their heart.
thing. Okay, well, thanks for just yelling. But yeah, I don't know of many people that can stab an aboleth in the heart. But
I mean, I'm saying you can. If you try to do that to a dragon with a normal knife, your knife will just break.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. Well, you're making it sound like dragons are the only things that would be super powerful. It's like I'm not saying that the powers that gave you your aberrant mind are stronger than a dragon. I'm just saying that when mixed with a human, would give off an ability.
I know. I'm just arguing the fact. Yeah, I'm just arguing the fact that you want sorks to be like extra tanky, but they're not supposed to be.
No, I don't want sorks to be extra tanky. Just this one and dragons. I don't give a shit about other subclasses because I don't play them.
Well then.
It's literally because nobody plays wild magic unless it's to be a funny guy.
Well, they do if your DM is nice and have a revised table that doesn't include death.
I'm sorry you live in a world where your DM is such a nice guy. I lived in a world where a good portion of the DMs in my life were all huge assholes. There are very few of them that are nice people. I'm very jaded. My apologies for wanting a Sork to have an unarmored ability and have it flavored as psionic, what is that called? Tactile telekinesis.
No, only Soul Knife and Psy Warrior.
They don't have psychic armor either.
That you know of.
We went through the classes already.
I know. We didn't get to the Warlock one, so.
We'll see about that.
Well,
I mean, I literally, I don't. Like, I get the idea about the telepathy thing, but like very few people use telepathy. At least the ones I know of. I know a lot of people that are really bad at D&D.
And a lot of people that apparently avoid wild magic like the plague.
Well, yeah, because I don't know. It just seems weird to have a fucking spellcaster who can't determine what is going to happen. It's really weird. It's
early
a
game.
I like the concept of it, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it's better to do it as more of a jokey character than a serious character, and just be like, "Oh no, my magic's gone wild."
That's only again if the DM is extreme dick. I watch Montaglue who she's using the normal table. She only does it when you roll a nat 1. So basically, if you don't roll a nat 1, then your wild magic is in control.
Yes, and that's fine, except for when you get into situations where you have a douchebag as a DM.
Then don't have a douchebag as a DM then.
Okay, that same argument can be said for DMs not playing with people that are huge assholes when they min-max their characters. But first of all, you don't always get the opportunity to determine that when you first meet them. Sometimes they become dicks as time goes on. And secondly, some people aren't lucky enough to have people that are friends with them that are into D&D and can get on roll 20. Sometimes they gotta take what they can get. My first group was literally you take what you get or you don't play D&D, essentially.
Again, elitist assholes. I mean, that sounds like the guy that forced Chris Zito to play as a fighter.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing is that I don't like forcing people to like. You can play without a healer. You just have to saturate yourself in potions. I almost said poisons. Don't saturate yourself in poisons. You'll die.
Like I said before, at the beginning that's the case, but later on with the wild magic sorcerers, you can control your fate and choose no on the wild magic surges.
What level though?
I need my player's handbook, which is very, very far away from me.
All right, then I'll look it up myself. I'm right here.
Right. So
What's it called? Do you know what it's called?
Huh?
Level 14. I believe it was you. Was it you that said it? Maybe it was Roy that said it. Somebody said that campaigns rarely go over level. Like characters rarely go into campaigns going over level 14.
I don't know. It just leaves a bit of bad taste in my mouth that how you just call Wild Magic Sorcerers jokes.
Fair enough, but at the same time, I mean, I can't help it. That's just how I see it.
I mean, that's it. I mean, like,
That's it. I don't know what you want from me.
eh.
I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses for it. That's just how I see it.
Like, you would just deny anyone playing a serious Wild Magic Sorcerer?
No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. What I'm saying is that it seems like a weird thing to have a serious character that's a wild magic character. From my experience, from my perspective personally, it's a weird concept to me. Because you can't you just depending okay, so with the scenario that you set forth, depending on the DM,
Well,
it can suck.
Also, flavor-wise, though, it's more like magic the person can't control, which they go on an epic quest to try and control it.
Yes, but very rarely do people ever play a character that way. Like every character I've ever seen in most of the campaigns that I've played have always been these characters that are like, no, that doesn't happen. No, like they don't roll with it is what I'm getting at. And I've suffered from that too. The thing is
that sounds like douchebag players too.
you need when you play a wild magic character to get a near perfect wild magic scenario, you would need a pretty okay DM. I'm not saying that they have to be like really friendly, but they shouldn't also be super dickbags. You need a character that's willing to roleplay their character, which a lot of the groups that I played in, they claim to like D&D, but they seem to only like to play it to be murder hobos. So I played a lot of murder hobos that don't follow their thing. That's sad because then if you have a player that actually does their role playing, they get pushed to the back because nobody cares. That's why I like playing with you guys, because I get to role play. When my old group, that was not a thing.
Yeah, that's one thing about I see about 80% of D&D players though. They all want to play mechanically. That's why they like 3.5 rather than 5e.
Yeah. No, I like 5e. It's a pretty decent balance of both. It's not the best balance, but it's a good balance.
Right, so anyway, so psychic defenses. At 6th level, you gain resistance to psychic damage, and you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened.
Alright, that's classic. Okay.
14th level, Revelation in Flesh.
Yeah.
You can unleash the aberrant truth hidden within yourself. As a bonus action, you can spend one or more sorcery points to magically transform your body for 10 minutes. For each sorcery point you spend, you can gain one of the following benefits of your choice. The effects which last... Wait, so, hold on. For each sorcery point you spend, you can gain one of the following effects. So... Oh, one or more. So, if you gain 4, you get all 4 effects. If I'm reading this right. Alright, so one effect... so I'm reading in order. So 1, you can see any invisible creatures within 60 feet of you, provided that it isn't behind total cover. Your eyes can also turn black or become writhing and sensory tendrils. Huh.
Okay.
Effect number 2, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and you can hover. As you fly, your skin glistens with mucus or shines with an otherworldly light.
Okay.
Effect number 3, you gain you gain a swimming speed equal to twice your walking speed, and you can breathe underwater. Moreover, gills grow on your from your neck, or fan out from behind your ears. Your fingers become webbed, or you grow writhing cilia that extend through your clothing. Or effect number 4, your body, along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying, becomes slimy and pliable. You can move through any space as narrow as 1 inch without squeezing, and you can spend 5 feet of movement to escape from non-magical restraints or being grappled.
Yeah, you just become a slippery boy.
So effect number 1 makes you turn on makes you see on otherworldly stuff and are invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Effect number 2, basically you can fly. Effect number 3, you become a merfolk.
Mm-hmm.
And effect number 4, you become a slime.
The slime. Yeah, that's pretty much all the same thing, except they upped the amount of time that you get. I believe you said 10 minutes, correct?
10 minutes.
Yeah, and the original was for 1 minute. I
So
don't know why.
1 minute's 10 rounds, so you have 100 rounds of this.
Yeah, and you can just pump 4 points, and you can fly underwater and see through cracks and
become slimy.
fight Taitekubo.
But then, but then again, if you're in the middle, okay, I highly doubt you want the swim speed thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's a weird one, but I mean,
It's meant for, like, if you're if you're out in sea.
yeah, that would be a good one for a sea.
At 18th level, you get warping implosion. You can unleash your aberrant power as a space warping anomaly. As an action, you can teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 120 feet of you. Immediately after you disappear, within 20 feet of you. Immediately after you disappear, each creature within 30 feet of the space you left must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d10 force damage and is pulled straight toward the space you left, ending in an unoccupied space as close to your former space as possible. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pulled. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you spend 5 sorcery points to use it again.
Okay, so that's like amazingly different from the original one, but at the same time, it carries the exact same like idea behind it. So the original one, it's at level 18. Sorry, you were gonna say something?
No, I'm just gonna say it's like Thunderstep, only it's not leaving on a sonic damage. It's like a black hole step. You just leave a black hole that pulls everyone in.
Yeah, this one was okay. Level 18, focal point, reality warp and anomaly. As an action, you magically radiate a transparent 20-foot radius aura for 1 minute. This might take the form of a sphere of rippling psychic energy, a fluctuating amoebic gel, an extrusion of ephemeral parasites, or some other manifestation. Other creatures treat the aura as difficult terrain, and when they start their turn in it, they take 2d10 psychic damage, which would make sense because it's a psychic, but I think it's because it was psychic leeching and not just being knocked around. When you activate this feature, you can choose any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by the aura. As a bonus action, you can end the aura early. If you do so, you and any number of creatures you choose within the aura are teleported to a location you can see within 1 mile of you. Each creature must appear within 20 feet of you and in an unoccupied space. An unwilling creature that succeeds on a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC is not teleported. And then you get it back on a long rest. They don't have the burn through the points thing, so. Alright.
And so that was so it's basically a second class, only you use your sword points rather than your dice pool. But then again, the ones that had sorcery, the ones that had those psychic abilities to begin with never had a dice pool, but sorcerers already did.
Yeah,
it would be weird to give them a separate dice pool.
Well, they wouldn't even have to. It'd just replace whatever their dice pool was, which in this case would be their Sork points. So
yeah, but then
getting rid of the whole Sork point thing, which doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's a better idea to use that. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that because you're gonna flavor something as psychic, and you've got 2 other classes that are classified as psychic, and they use the psychic dice. You should continue with that trend, but yeah, that's me.
So next one will be Clockwork Soul.
Ooh.
Okay, so the cosmic forces of order has suffused you with magic. The power arises from Mechanus or a realm like it, a plane of existence shaped entirely by clockwork efficiency. You or someone from your lineage might have become entangled in the machinations of the Modrons or the orderly beings who inhabit the Mechanus. Perhaps your ancestor took part in the Great Modron March. Whatever its origin within you, the power of order can seem strange to others, but for you is part of the vast and glorious system. And so, first level, you also gain clockwork magic. So, at level 1, you gain alarm and protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Third level, it's aid and lesser restoration. Fifth level is dispel magic and protection from energy. Seventh level, it's freedom of movement and summon construct. At ninth level, it's greater restoration and wall of force.
Wow. Okay, so a lot of those got changed then, because level 3 was originally find traps and heat metal. So first level's the same. Third level was find traps and heat metal. Fifth level was counterspell and glyph of warding. Seventh level was arcane eye and Otiluk's resilient sphere. And ninth level was animate objects, and they kept wall of force for whatever reason. So,
this is kind of cool. It actually shows you a table on what happens when you actually cast the spells. So like for flavor wise. So this is a D6 table. So if you roll a 1, spectral cogwheels hover behind you. If you roll a 2, the hands of a clock spin in your eyes. Roll a 3, your skin glows with brassy sheen. Roll a 4, floating equations and geometric objects overlay your body. So it's that one gif of the woman trying to do math in her head.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
5. If you roll a 5, your spellcasting focus temporarily takes the form of a tiny clockwork mechanism. If you roll a 6, the ticking of gears or ringing of a clock can be heard by you and those affected by your magic. I actually like those, and for flavor, I actually like those.
Yeah, I like the eye clock thing. That was funny. Why are they spinning in his eye?
Level 1, you also get restore balance. Your connection to the plane of absolute order allows you to equalize chaotic moments. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your PB and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Like,
Okay, so
I'm a barbarian, I'm gonna hit you with advantage. Nope.
no, fuck you. You just screw with people the entire time. So they changed that once again. It was originally charisma modifier, so PB. It kind of makes sense because in a way that you can, it just kind of ups it.
Yeah, it's more static rather than chaotic.
Yeah. It just you get a regular boosty boost.
Yeah, I actually like that though, because if you know someone will have disadvantage, you're like, nope, balance.
Yeah.
All right, so 6th level, Bastion of Law.
Wait, hold on, just 1 minute.
Uh-huh.
That's one. Okay, so like I always said, I was on the fence. It's dependent. Like if you play a character to at least level 16, you get the same amount of uses you would if you just had a 20 in charisma for your PB instead. But then if you play a character of 17 to 20, you get 1 over what you could normally get. It's spread out over time, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, more static.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm still on the fence about it, but...
Alright, so at 6th level, Bastion of Law. You can tap into the grand equation of existence to imbue a creature with a shimmering shield of order. As an action, you can spend 1 to 5 sorcery points to create a magical ward around yourself or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you. The ward lasts until you finish a long rest or until you use this feature again. The ward is represented by a number of d8s equal to the number of sorcery points spent to create it. When the ward creature takes damage, it can expend a number of those dice, roll them, and reduce the damage taken by the total rolled on those dice. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like having temporary hit points, but not really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing in the original, except they had different wording for it, and it was called Bulwark of Law, for whatever reason.
Alright. 14th level, Trance of Order. You gain the ability to align your consciousness to endless calculations of mechanics. As a bonus action, you can enter this state for 1 minute. For the duration, attack rolls against you can't benefit from advantage, and whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10.
Huh.
Once you use this bonus action, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, unless you spend 5 social points to use it again.
Okay, so that's pretty much all just UA from that. So,
Like, you lost concentration. No, it's still there. It's a 10. But I saw you roll a 5. It's a 10 now.
piss off. I rolled 10.
18th level. Clockwork Cavalcade. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I actually like that word. Just saying it kind of cavalcade.
Yeah, that is kind of a funny word.
So you summon spirits of order to expunge disorder around you. As an action, you summon the spirits in a 30-foot cube originating from you. The spirits look like Modrons or other constructs of your choice. The spirits are intangible and invulnerable, and they create the following effects within the cube before vanishing. I don't know why. A Warforged on Clockwork Soul sorcerer kind of makes sense.
Yeah. You just walk through and then you just open up your chest and shoot little Modrons out. They assemble
like, hello, my name is the Rook.
Yeah, pretty much.
The spirits restore up to okay, they create the following effects within the cube before vanishing. The spirits restore up to 100 hit points, divided as you choose among any number of creatures of your choice in the cube. So spiritually, it's like mass cure wounds. Any damaged objects entirely in the cube are repaired instantly. Every spell of 6th level or lower ends on creatures and objects of your choice in the cube. Oh, every spell of 6th level or lower ends. Huh. Wait, what? So if you have like a I don't know how that's worded though. It's kind of like because mostly because spells normally end instantly. So if you have spells like say darkness or flaming sphere, they just go away.
I guess. Jesus.
Once you use this action, you can't use it again until you finish long rest, unless you spend 7 sorcery points to use it again.
Yeah.
Well, that is 18th level. Right then, so next up is Warlocks.
Thank God. There's a bunch of other unearthed arcanas that I'm not sure they're gonna use ever, so I was like, oh God, please let that be.
Alright, so first and foremost though is the optional class features, and here's their expected additional on Warlock spells that they can get. So, cantrips, Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, and Sword Burst.
Oh, so they made Lightning Lure official then.
There is no first or second. It immediately goes up to 3rd. So 3rd level, Intellect Fortress, Spirit Shroud, Summon Fae, Summon Shadow Spawn, and Summon Undead. 4th level.
From my end to your end.
Huh?
There's like a car honking.
I think that's on my end.
Okay.
4th level, Summon Aberration. 5th level, Mislead, Planar Binding, and Teleportation Circle. 6th level, Summon Fiend and Tasha's Otherworldly Guise. 7th level, Dream of the Blue Veil. 9th level, Blade of Disaster, Gate, and Weird.
Weird.
That's actually spell.
Yes. I forget what it does though, but I remember seeing it and being like, funny.
Weird. Let's see. One action, 120 feet. Visual and somatic. Concentration up to 1 minute. Class is wizard. Oh, right, because then it's not updated yet for Tasha's. So
Yeah.
it's wizard warlock now. Drawing on the deepest fears of a group of creatures, you create illusory creatures in their minds, visible only to them. Each creature within a 30-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes frightened for the duration. The illusion calls on the creature's deepest fears, manifesting in the worst nightmares as an implacable threat. At the end of each of the frightened creature's turns, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 4d10 sucking damage. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature. So basically, cobras!
Yeah. Cobra, la cobrazo.
or if it's Hood, it's like Goliath, like hey there Hood, hey Hood, hi Hood, like a bunch of Goliaths.
And then he looks in a mirror and he's Goliath.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go on 3rd level. You get also an packed boon option. When you choose your packed boon feature, the following options are available to you, which is they only added one. So it's packed at the talisman. Your patron gives you an amulet, a talisman that can aid the wearer when the need is great. When the wearer fails an ability check, they can add a d4 to the roll, potentially turning the roll into a success. This benefit can be used a number of times equal to your PB, and all expended uses are restored when you finish a long rest. If you lose the talisman, you can perform a 1-hour ceremony to receive a replacement from your patron. The ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and it destroys the previous amulet. The talisman turns to ash when you die.
Why are there so many things that you can just be like, here, I'll sell this to you for this amount of gold, and then you get the gold and you even just it disappears. It's like, what happened? Aha, I made a new one. Okay, so they didn't go with Pact of the Chain then, or the Star Chain. Just for that's probably because it had a prerequisite. All the other ones don't have a prerequisite, just this one, and you have to be a seeker patroned warlock. So.
Alright,
I'm going to assume that means that seeker is not chosen to be in this one.
At 4th level, you also get if you also can choose an Eldritch Versatility. Whenever you reach a level in this class that grants ability score improvement, it's the cantrip thing.
Yeah.
And you can also replace an option for you to choose for your pack boons. So instead of being a talisman, you can get like a hexblade or something. A hexblade is a pack boon, right?
No. Hexblade is a patron.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with warlocks though. Even though I do want to play one though, and I haven't played as Etrigan. Okay, so Eldritch Invocation options. So Bond of the Talisman prerequisite 12th level warlocked on Pact at the Talisman feature. While someone else is wearing your talisman, you can use your action to teleport to the unoccupied space closest to them, provided the two of you are on the same plane of existence. The wearer of your talisman can do the same thing, using your action to teleport to you. The teleportation can be used a number of times equal to your PB, and all expended uses are restored when you finish a long rest. Hello, sir. I'd like to turn in this dangerous criminal for that 1,000 gold reward.
Just disappear.
Like told you, buddy, it won't work. But come on, you yourself want to poster too? Yes. Now it's my turn. Now turn me in.
The big hairy bat.
Okay, and let's see. The next one is as an Eldritch Invocation option is Eldritch Mind. You have advantage on Constitution saving throws that you make to maintain your concentration on the spell. Not bad. Far Scribe. Prerequisite 5th level Warlock packed to the Tome feature. A new page appears in your Book of Shadows with your permission. A creature can use its action to write its name on that page, which can contain a number of names equal to your PB. You can cast a sending spell targeting the creature whose name is on the page without using a spell slot and without using material components. To do so, you must write the message on the page. The target hears the message in their mind, and if the target replies, their message appears on the page rather than in your mind. The writing disappears after 1 minute. As an action, you can magically erase a name on the page by touching it.
God
God damn it!
Reminds me of the journal.
Tom Riddle's diary.
Yeah.
Like, okay, seriously, if you're a smart wizard, though, why would you hide your own soul in your own diary? You know for sure a bunch of assholes in wizard school are gonna find it and read it.
I never expected that somebody would stab it, though. Like, who does that? An asshole, that's who.
Exactly, and Hogwarts is full of assholes.
Fair dinkum.
Okay, so Gift of the Protectors. Prerequisite 9th level Warlock packed to the Tome feature. A new page appears in your Book of Shadows. With your permission, a creature can use its action to write its name on the page, which can contain a number of names equal to your PB. When any creature whose name is on the page is reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, the creature magically drops to 1 hit point instead. Once this magic is triggered, no creature can benefit from it until you finish a long rest. As an action, you can magically erase a name on a page for touching it.
Okay, so pretty much the only thing they've been changing with these is the
PB
charisma modifier to PB, so I'm hoping that's not a thing that becomes regular, but I'm wondering if they make it like a variant rule, because I'm pretty sure there's people that are using like the old classes and stuff like that, and theirs are still like, oh, by your blah 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 modifier instead of because sometimes it works out better. So like wizards have their like a billion spells at level 1 that they can ready because of their level and their charisma or whatever, not charisma, intelligence, there we go, instead of their PB, which stays 2 until like level 5 essentially. So
Huh.
I'm kind of hoping they pick and choose this and it doesn't suck when they do it, because
Edward, the next one is called the next Eldritch Invocation is called Investment of the Chainmaster. Prerequisite pack to the chain feature.
wait,
When you cast Find Familiar, you infuse the summoned familiar with a measure of your Eldritch power, granting the creature the following benefits: the familiar gains either a flying speed or a swimming speed, your choice, up 40 feet. As a bonus action, you can command the familiar to take the attack action. The familiar's weapon attacks are considered magical for the purpose of overcoming immunity and resistance to non-magical attacks. If the familiar forces a creature to make a saving throw, it uses your spell save DC. When the familiar takes damage, you can use your reaction to grant it resistance against that damage.
it's pretty cool. I like it, except they didn't put it as your familiar no longer needs to breathe, which sounds horrifying when you think about it. It sounds like you're gonna strangle your animal. Ow. Yeah, when you said Chainmaster, I immediately was like, wait, and then I went back and was like, oh yeah, that's what they call the one where you get a familiar. I forgot about that.
Protection of the Talisman. Prerequisite 7th level Warlock. Pact to the Talisman feature. When the wearer of your talisman fails a saving throw, they can add a D4 to the roll, potentially turning the save into a success. This benefit can be used a number of times equal to your PB, and all expended uses are restored when you finish long rest.
Okay, so that's like super different. I mean, the flavoring's still there. In the original, it was when the wearer of the talisman makes a saving throw in which they lack the proficiency, they can add a D4 to the roll, and that was it. None of the other extra stuff, just that. And it's like, okay, they can just do it whenever. Sure, why not? Oh,
Alright then. Rebuke of the Talisman. Prerequisite, pack the Talisman feature. When the wearer of your talisman is hit by an attacker and you can see within 30 feet of you, you can use your reaction to deal psychic damage to the attacker equal to your PB and push it up to 10 feet away from the talisman's wearer.
Okay, so once again, just charisma for PB.
Undying Servitude. Prerequisite 5th level Warlock. So any Warlock. You can cast Animate Dead without using a spell slot. Once you do so, you can't cast it in this way again until you finish a long rest.
Wait, what's it called?
Undying Servitude.
Undying Servitude. It's probably called something else because I don't see that on here unless they just didn't fucking put it in there. Yeah, I don't see that one. That's
Things
weird.
are looking dire. I need some help. Come, undead body, finish this whelp!
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, one of these days I will gotta make a D&D Etrigan.
Yeah, you should. I'm not seeing it. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. They were just holding on to something. They never even tested it. They can go straight to heck.
Alright then, so the next up though are the patrons. New patrons for hold on, I'll be back.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. So, where are we again?
What? I don't know. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, so now we're on to the new one, Warlock patrons.
Patron saint of butts.
So the first patron is called the Fathomless.
Yeah.
You have plunged into a pact with the deeps, an entity of the ocean, and the elemental plane of water, or another otherworldly sea that allows you to draw on its thelastic powers. It is merely using you to learn about terrestrial realms. And what was this the patron that Fjord had?
I don't know. I'll be right back. I gotta go help my mom with some stuff apparently.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Alright then, I guess I'll just vamp with Toasty while you're gone. Hey Toasty, what's up? Want to be serious or you want to be joking? Oh yeah, just on little sniffly, and it is that time of year. Toasty, I make no promises. Oh, Toasty, I thought the deal was though you give me a million shekels and I could be apparently your body pillow for a day or something. I didn't say shuckles. I said shuckles, but I wouldn't mind a shuckle, but not a million. Yes, I know all the berry juice. Wait a minute, just remind me of the berry juice. Have a million. Have a. No, Toasty. Like, you can create a berry juice conglomerate with that. Have a warehouse with a million shuckles. Of course, taking care of them, obviously, and let them roam free in a nearby yard. Fill each one of them with a different berry, and sell the juice. No, we're not gonna mistreat the shuckles. It's like milking cows. You feed them, take care of them, play with them, let them roam around and make them roam around in the field nearby the warehouse. And when it's time to collect their berry juice, you line them up and collect the berry juice. Besides, you don't want to mistreat shuckles. Shuckles are freaking badass as hell. With the right build and right EV training, they can one shot on nearly on all Pokemon. Well, 3-shot at the very most. But yeah, also make smoothies. Go to Alola and you can eat them with I never actually had durians. There's a lot of fruits I actually never had though. Like I had the I never actually had dragon fruit. I should though. Like Toasty, I don't know where to buy it. Like yes, I know it's yummy, but the thing is though, because I had the dragon fruit freeze over at Taco Bell, but I don't know where to buy it, and I highly doubt a seafood city would have dragon fruit. They'll have jackfruit, but not dragon fruit. Ooh, jackfruit's so delicious. Have you actually had jackfruit before? Like, it's not tart. It's sweet, but not too sweet. If you get my meaning, like it's hard to explain. But the fruit itself though it's like the outer shell is like a durian, but inside though it's not sneaky as hell. But it's actually very very good. Hold on, let me find some Google pics of jackfruit because that's like my favorite fruit ever. Also, I'm being a little quieter because my niece next to my room is about to go to sleep. There you go. There's a picture of a jackfruit. Like if you somehow have if for somehow you have a Filipino market, the Seafood City ranch, a 99 cents ranch market in your area, pick up a either fresh, but I was just getting canned. You could say that, yeah, but it's mostly grown in Southeast Asia, and a lot of times in the Philippines. But it's very very good, and you don't eat them. You don't eat them like on a pineapple. They come like that. They come like that in pieces, like how it's shown on the plate. If you buy the canned ones, they're soaking in their own juice, of course, like how all canned fruits are, and they are very very good. Like, and if you like sweet stuff though, they will. If you like very very sweet fruits, they'll probably taste bland to you. But trust me, it's good. Like overall, like in my opinion. I'll show you a picture of how big they are. Let's see. What's a good picture to show you how big they are? Ah, here we are. No, don't save. 2 tab, there we go. Okay, yeah, so, like, commonly it won't be as big, but that is how big they can grow.
Jesus Christ, what did I miss?
We start talking about okay, so it went, okay, so, the TLDR, it started with, apparently, Tosi was telling me not to die, because, we're about to get married or something, and like, and I said, I thought the deal was, Tosi will give me 1,000,000 shekels, and I'll be Tosi's Tosi's new body pillow, and she thought I said, and Tosi thought I said shekels,
No.
and we started getting to a conversation about like about like getting 1,000,000 shekels in a warehouse, fill them with berries, and sell the juice, but of course taking care of them like any Pokemon trainer would, and harvest the juice. But then she was talking about exotic fruits like dragon fruit, and how I told Toasty I never actually had dragon fruit before, and Toasty was surprised that I haven't, and said I should.
I had a dragon fruit freeze from what's that called? The fucking taco place, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It was really good, but they never have them anymore. It pisses me off.
Wait,
they always
they
get rid of
stopped?
the good flavors.
They stopped?
Yeah,
Oh, what?
that's what I was told. So I
Like-
went up there and I was like, "Do you have that anymore?" And they're like, "No." I was like, "Okay, fuck you too."
Toasty, and you don't need to get the whole entire fruit itself. Like yes, they can grow as big as that though, but they can be half the size of that picture. And that's why I suggest getting the canned versions. You know, it's not as good. It's not as good fresh, but it's still, the fruit itself is still good.
What fruit?
Jackfruit. Just look at the images, and I posted it on the chat.
Okay, I thought you're talking about durians. Durians are fucking gross.
Oh, no. Durians are meant to be cooked. Jackfruit is meant to be eaten like a fruit.
It is a big knockoff pineapple. I don't know if you noticed this, but those little things on there are the corn kernels, but they're not corn.
Yeah, but the first picture though, it actually is a jackfruit though. Like Edward, if you ever have a chance to actually meet up in person somehow, because somehow I'll buy a can of jackfruit and share it.
All right, I'd be down for that.
All right, so like
I should have heated this up.
huh? What was that?
Oh, I said I should have heated this up.
What are you eating?
A tamale
Oh,
and some other stuff that goes with the tamale. That's been in my fridge for almost 4 days.
tamales. All right, so
Oh my God.
all right, so like no, yeah, so we're currently on the new patrons in Tasha's book. So first,
No.
I was talking about the Fathom list, and like it has to do with making a pact with like an entity of the ocean or the elemental plane of water. It was like, was that Fjord's? I did ask them before you left. Was that Fjord's on patron before you switched to Paladin?
I think. But I think it was the UA version, so. It was originally called Lurker in the Deep.
Oh.
You know, I can actually look that up. What am I doing? You just keep reading, I'll look it up.
All right, so and so basically, yeah, this patron for a
Wait, no. Why am I looking it up? He was a Hexblade.
yeah, but what was his patron?
The Hexblade. I think. Hold on. Yeah,
I
you know what? I'll
thought
just look
that
it
was a
up. Okay.
subclass.
Your patron is your subclass.
Really?
Yes. If you're a lurker in the deep warlock, your patron is a lurker in the deep. I mean, you can name them and everything, obviously, but
Oh, so
the subclass is the patron.
oh. I thought these are just on gods you choose with your subclass, but the patrons. Okay, never mind then.
They're not gods, they're patrons.
But the fjord was hexblade. Okay, never mind. So basically, this is basically the water patron for your warlock. So so here's it's your patron spell list. First level you get create or destroy water and thunder wave. Second level you get gust of wind and silence. Third level you get lightning bolt and sleet storm. Fourth level, you get control water and summon elemental. Water only.
I would assume so.
At fifth level, you get Bigsby's hand. Appear and it says in quotation mark. It says in parentheses, appears as a tentacle. And cold of
No,
cold.
piss off.
Cold of cold. As the other spell.
I don't know why you couldn't just flavor it to be a giant hand made of water, but alright.
You could, homebrew.
So a few of those aren't showing up on this, and one of them is Conjure Elemental or whatever it's called.
And here comes the Bigsby's hand.
Yeah.
Alright, so
cold and commune with nature. Somebody's fighting a child in the background.
yes. Thank you, Blue Yeti, for picking that up. Even though it's, I have said to only focus on me.
Yeah. Blue Yetis, they're ridiculous.
For
That's why
apparently,
Toasty can't talk, because Toasty doesn't have a Blue Yeti.
for apparently being a starter mic, because there are mics better than this.
Your niece is fighting the Undertaker.
Yes. Alright, so on first level, you get Tentacle of the Deeps. You can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes at your foes. As a bonus action, you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet of you. The tentacle lasts for 1 minute or until you use this feature to create another one. When you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet of it. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. When you reach 10th level in this class, the damage increases to 2d8s. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the tentacle up to 30 feet and repeat the attack. You can summon the tentacle number of times equal to your PB and regain all the uses when you finish long rest.
Long rest?
You're looking at
Wait, what
shekels.
level was that?
Level 1.
Okay, never mind then. I was like, short rest. Oh, that makes sense.
Alright, so, and also at level 1, you also get Gift of the Sea. You gain swimming speed of 40 feet and you can breathe underwater. I mean, I would assume so, because your patron is from the probably from like either an entity of the ocean or the elemental plane of water.
Your patron is the elemental plane of car wash.
What?
I don't know what I said, just keep going.
Alright, so 6th level, Oceanic Soul. You are now even more at home in the depths. You gain resistance to cold damage. In addition, when you are fully submerged, any creature that is also fully submerged can understand your speech and can understand theirs. Also 6th level, you get Guardian Coil. Your tentacle of the deeps can defend you and others, interposing itself between them and harm. When you or a creature you can see takes damage while within 10 feet of the tentacle, you can use your reaction to choose one of those creatures and reduce the damage of the creature by 1d8. When you reach the 10th level in this class, the damage is reduced by the tentacle increases to 2d8s.
Okay, so they changed that a little. They've also changed it. It was originally called Grasp of the Deep, and everything's essentially the same except it just you choose to reduce the damage by half, essentially. So instead of like a specific die or whatever. So
Alright, so at 10th level you get Grasping Tentacles. You learn the spell Evard's Black Tentacles. It counts as a warlock spell for you, but it doesn't count against the number of spells you know. You can also cast it without a spell slot, and you regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. Whenever you cast a spell, your patron's magic bolsters you, granting you a number of temporary hit points equal to your warlock level. Moreover, damage can't break your concentration of the spell. So you just do it. Wait, how old are shekels?
Pretty old, I think. I'm not sure. All I know is that it's some type of coin, and that my brother has one on the necklace.
Huh. Alright then, so at 14th level you get a Fathomless Plunge. You can magically open temporary conduits to watery destinations. As an action, you can teleport yourself and up to 5 other willing creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you amid a whirl of tentacles. You all vanish and then reappear up to a mile away in a body of water you've seen. Pond, size, or larger. So it can't be a puddle. Or within 30 feet of it. Each of you appearing in unoccupied space within 30 feet of the others. Once you finish this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long or short rest.
Which a long and hard rest. So that was just it?
Yep.
Okay, so that was, what level was that?
14th level.
Okay, so pretty much the original one for that was Unleash the Depths. And it had the effect you just described as one of its abilities. And the other one was Fury, which allows you to direct a bunch of tentacles to attack a creature within 30 feet, essentially. Apparently, the creature takes, on a failed dexterity saving throw, they take 6d10 cold or lightning damage, your choice, and are knocked prone. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage as not knocked prone. Tentacles then vanish. I like that they added that little part to it that was totally unnecessary.
There's also a note that Tasha left here about that. Oh.
No.
She wrote, I never understood why some people get so jittery about tentacles. Have you ever had an octopus? Have you ever had octopus? What? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, my mom walked in and just started talking.
Oh.
It's a thing she does. We've tried to get her to stop that, but...
Let's just barge into your room and like
Well, I'm not
something
in a
random.
room. I'm not in my room.
Oh.
I'm in the living room.
You have to get this out.
I'm aware. You can stop at any point. Well, if she's lonely, she would have had friends, but she pushes everybody away, so...
Alright,
She literally just
pause.
that she doesn't like people.
I'm going to pause for
No,
a minute.
it's fine.
Or...
She's good. She's done. Hopefully, she walked back into the other room, so we should be good.
Alright,
I
so
can't say the same for my brother and his girlfriend, who are trying to eat and watch stuff on their phone, and sometimes she walks in, they shut it down and sit there till she goes away.
Right, so anyway, and she wrote down, I never understood why some people get so jittery about tentacles. Have you ever had octopus nigiri? One of the few pieces of evidence of a benevolent multiverse. That's what Tasha wrote down.
Nigiri. How dare they make nigiri canon?
Well, I mean, like, I assume they won't gonna make on D&D on Japan and Forgotten Realms on eventually. So I assume they already did.
You would think that, but no. I don't think it's coming out anytime soon.
Alright, so next up is the other patron you can have is the genie.
They better not mess with this one. I take great discomfort when they decide to make changes to fucking characters I actually play.
This guy, not enough from Tasha. I know finding housing in Grey Hockey is rough, but when genies or warlocks offer you cheap rent, run.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Right, so you may pack with one of the rarest kinds of genie, a noble genie. Such entities rule vast fiefs of the elemental planes and have great influence on over lesser genies and elemental creatures. Noble genies are varied in their motivations, but most are arrogant and wield power that rivals that of lesser deities. They delight in turning the table on mortals, who often bind genies into servitude and readily enter into pacts that expand their reach. You can choose your patron's kind or determine it randomly using the genie kind table. With the table gives you either a Tao, a genie, an Afridi, or a Marid. Basically, earth, air, water, fire.
Okay, so it's actually using. Was it using this one?
Right.
Open you piece of garbage. There we go. Okay. Looks like he's using the regular genie, not the actual. Because in the UAs, there was two different ones. There's the noble genie, which is less impressive as a warlock subclass, and then they just had the regular genie, which is more of the one that you described, where you pick a.
But the flavor text says on
Oh yeah, no, it says it on here too, where it says noble genie. But there were two different UAs, where one was called the genie, and then the other one was called the noble genie. But the noble genie wasn't as good as this one. I actually am using for my character the regular genie, the one that I'm looking at right now, where you can pick what type of genie you had or you're associated with, as opposed to the noble genie one, which doesn't let you pick. So.
Alright, so basically okay, so I'll go in order of genies, and from first to ninth, and so like okay, so this guy weird. The table's kind of weird, so I'll go in order. Oh no, or should I go in order and level for each genie? Okay, how about this one? They have genie spells, and then they have the specific genie spells depending on which genie you are patroned with.
Yeah, I would go down the columns.
All right, so
Like
from first to ninth.
or whatever.
All right, so from first to ninth, this is the list that any who chooses patron that this patron will get. So at first you get detect good, evil, and good. Second you get phantasmal force. Third you get create food and water. Fourth you get phantasmal killer. Fifth is creation, and ninth is wish. Oh yeah, because when you add this patron, you are the genie itself in a way.
Yeah.
So this is the Shantae class.
Yes. So people won't be drawing hentai of you. Well, I guess I can't say that. Toasty will probably do it.
Toasty would do it regardless.
Hmm.
All right, so if you choose the Tao, which is the element of Earth, you get Sanctuary, Spike Growth, Sanctuary at first level, Spike Growth at second level, third level gets Meld into Stone, fourth level is Stone Shape, and fifth level is Wall of Stone, and none of the other genies get a ninth level spell.
Yeah. Well, they get wish. So.
Yeah. If you choose the genie or the element of air, at first level you get Thunder Wave. Second level you get Gust of Wind. Third level you get Wind Wall. Fourth level is greater invisibility, and fifth level you get Seeming.
So far, this just seems like it's a 1-for-1.
If you choose the Afridi or the element of fire, it's at first level you get Burning Hands. Second level you get Scorching Ray. Third level you get Fireball. Fourth level you get Fire Shield, and fifth level is Flame Strike. And finally, if you choose the Marid or the element of water, first level is Fog Cloud. Second level is Blur. Third level is Sleet Storm. Fourth level is Control Water, and fifth level is Cone of Cold.
Yeah. So far it's been a 1v1 or 1-to-1
ratio
with the UA. Yeah.
And of course, you can choose what genie vessel you have to gain your magic from, and And so it's a D6 table. So it goes from 1 is oil lamp, 2 is urn, 3 is ring of compartment, 4 is stoppered bottle, 5 is hollow statuette, and 6 is ornate lantern.
Ooh, my soul.
Let's see. So at first level, that's your vessel. So your patrons gives you a magical vessel that grants you a measure of the genie's power. The vessel is a tiny object. You can use it as a spellcasting focus for your warlock spells. You decide what the object is, or you can determine what it is randomly by rolling on the genie's vessel table, which I just read. While you are touching the vessel, you can use it in the following ways. 1. Bottled respite. As an action, you can magically vanish and enter your vessel, which remains in the space you left. The interior of the vessel is extra dimensional space in the shape of a 20-foot radius cylinder, 20 feet high, and resembles your vessel. The interior is appointed with cushions and low tables at a comfortable temperature, while inside you can hear the area around your vessel. If you were in space, you can remain inside the vessel up to a number of hours equal to twice your PB. You exit the vessel early if you use a bonus action to leave. If you die or the vessel is destroyed. When you exit the vessel, you appear in unoccupied space closest to it. Any objects left in the vessel remain there until carried out. If the vessel is destroyed, every object stored in there harmlessly appears in unoccupied spaces closest to the vessel's former space. Once you enter the vessel, you can't enter again until you finish a long rest. But what happens if you finish a long rest while inside the vessel?
Well, you can't, because the maximum you could stay in the bottle is 6 hours.
Oh, right.
Because your PB. Interesting fact, though. That is essentially a one for one as well, including the number of hours equal to twice your proficiency bonus. Wait, does it say twice your proficiency bonus in that one too, or no?
On. One side, you remain in the vessel. You can remain inside the vessel up to a number. Oh yeah, equal to twice your PB.
Okay, never mind then. You probably could do one, which means you could just leave and then enter again. I guess I don't know. That's how I would.
Yeah, so basically, it's like an So it went from the Shantae class to the I Dream of Genie class.
Yeah, it basically is just a free bag of holding too.
Alright, enough of that. The next one is Genie's Wrath. Once during each of your turns, when you hit with an attack roll, you can deal extra damage to the target equal to your PB. The type of damage determined by your patron. So if it's Dao, it's bludgeoning. Then Genie, it's thunder. Ifriti, it's fire, and Maria, it's cold.
Oh, so that is also still the same, even the proficiency bonus. That's weird.
I like how Dao gives you bludgeoning rather than an element.
Yeah. Well, they don't have earth-based damage, do they?
No, the closest thing you'll have to that is either force or sonic.
No, you poison. The earth can poison you, I guess. I don't know why I said that.
The vessel's AC equals to your spell save DC. Its hit points equals to your warlock plus your PB, and is immune to poison and psychic damage. The AC equals to your spell save DC. Okay, so if your spell save DC is like 13 or 15, it'll be 13 or 15 to hit. If the vessel is destroyed or you lose it, you can perform a 1 hour ceremony to receive a replacement from your patron. The ceremony can be performed during a short or long rest, and the previous vessel is destroyed if it still exists. The vessel vanishes in a flare of elemental power when you die. So when you die, or if you just go to zero hit points?
Yes. What is you talking about?
Oh, on the last part though, it says that the vessel vanishes in a flare of elemental power when you die. Hello?
It does say that. Huh. I mean, I guess if you die, like
Like
your character stops existing, essentially.
or if you get three failed death saving throws.
Yes, that would equal that your character is no longer alive.
Okay, and that was all in first level. Now it goes to sixth level, elemental gift. You begin to take characteristics of your patron's kind. You now have resistance to damage type determined on your patron's kind. So bludgeoning if you're Dao, thunder genie, fire Afridi, or cold Marid. In addition, as a bonus action, you can give yourself a flying speed of 30 feet that lasts for 10 minutes, during which you can hover. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your PB and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. That's at 6th level.
No.
You're having a heated conversation with Toasty about shekels.
What? No. We're not having a conversation about shekels. What are you on about?
Oh.
Who gave you this number? Prank call.
Alright, at 10th level, it's Oh, you want to continue on, or what? Or because you're having this heated conversation with Toasty out of nowhere.
Nobody's having a heated conversation. Continue.
Alright, so at 10th level, you get Sanctuary Vessel. When you enter your genie's vessel via the Bottled Respite feature, you can now choose up to 5 willing creatures that you can see within 30 feet of you, and the chosen creatures are drawn into the vessel with you. So this is this is Coco Jumbo's ability and Golden Wind.
Yeah. And ironically enough, is also still 1-for-1. This is weird. I feel like they worked on this as the last class because it has all those like things that are already been introduced that they changed, like the PB. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it.
As a bonus action, you can eject any number of creatures from the vessel, and everyone is ejected if you leave, or everyone is ejected if you leave or die, or the vessel is destroyed. In addition, anyone, including you, who remains within the vessel for at least 10 minutes gains the benefit of finishing a short rest. And anyone
a short rest. What?
Shush. And anyone can add your PB to the number of hit points they regain if they spend any hit dice as part of their short rest here. So find like a very exclusive and a very quiet place. Have everyone rest inside the bottle.
Yes, it's very.
Big Falls that comes back.
Huh?
Big Falls that comes back.
Oh. Yeah. BigFollows.com. Why does this person keep coming back? Under different names.
It's all bots.
No, but still. Why?
And finally, at 14th level is Limited Wish. You entreat your patron to grant you a small wish as an action. You can speak your desire to your genie's vessel, requesting the effect of one spell that is 6th level or lower, and has a casting time of one action. The spell can be from any class's spell list, and you don't need to meet the requirements in that spell, including costly components. The spell simply takes effect as part of this action. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish 1d4 long rests.
1d4 long rest? What?
You roll, so because you roll d4 and that number just shows on the die, you have to finish that much long rest before you use that limited wish spell again.
Oh yeah, it says it in that too. I never really looked at it because I'm pretty sure either my character won't exist past level 6, or the campaign will end before we reach any of those substantial levels. I think my brother said Curse of Strahd's like from 1 to 10, so chances are, if I'm lucky, well,
Well,
Not
the thing
even
is,
that, because I'm multi-classing, so...
but wait though.
probably
So
won't
like,
reach top 10.
is your brother going with the experience system or the I choose the where you level up system?
Experience, I believe. Haven't we had this conversation before?
I don't think so.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
All right, so that's with the genies. Now we're with the very last class, the wizards.
Oh god, let's see how many more subclasses they get.
All right, so first and foremost
27 more.
First and foremost, though, the optional class features. And here's their additional spell list. Okay, then just give. Yep, just hold out your hats. First and foremost, what the hell?
Okay.
Okay, so okay, as long as you're, yeah, as long as you're not having any lyrics. All right. So first and foremost is Booming Blade, Evocation, Green Flame Blade, Evocation, Lightning Lure, Evocation, Mind Sliver, Enchantment, Sword Burst, Conjuration. These are cantrips.
Okay.
First level, Tasha's Caustic Brew, Evocation. Second level, Augury, Divination, Ritual. Enhanced Ability, Transmutation. Tasha's Mind Whip, Enchantment. Third level, Intellectual Fortress, Abjuration. Speak with Dead, Necromancy. Spirit Shroud, Necromancy. Summon Fae, Conjuration. Summon Shadow Spawn, Conjuration. Summon Undead, Conjuration. Like, it might sound annoying. I'm listening up on the school of spells, but for a wizard, that's actually the important part.
Yeah, it is.
Fourth level, divination.
Divination, the school, and divination, the spell.
Summon aberration, conjuration. Summon construct, conjuration. Summon elemental, conjuration.
Summon conjuration.
Sixth level, summon fiend, conjuration. Tasha's otherworldly guise, transmutation. Seventh level.
No, that's also conjuration. It summons 3 guys that help you move couches.
Seventh level, Dream of the Blue Veil, conjuration. Ninth level, Blade of Disaster, conjuration.
I don't know why, but that sounds like a really cool thing. What makes me think it's not going to be that cool?
What, the Blade of Disaster?
Yes. Yes.
Alright then. So here's an extra class features, which the looks like they only have one. Besides the extra spell list, it's cantrip formulas. When you have scribed a set of arcane formulas in your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind, whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spellbook, you can replace one wizard cantrip with another cantrip from the wizard spell list.
I have like all the cantrips basically.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, with finish long rest, you can replace cantrips in every long rest. Huh. Alright, so now with the arcane traditions. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So the first one, okay. At second level, the wizard gains arcane traditions features, which offers the choice of a subclass. The following options are available. Okay, so it's 2. For first one is called the blade singing.
The blade singing?
Blade singing.
Wait, what?
It's called blade singing.
Oh, so what? Why would they put? Did they change something? Blade singing was in Skag.
Skag?
Sword Coast Adventures Guide. Sorry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
They might have changed it so that they don't have that whole like, oh, they're usually elves, because they seem to be like wanting to do, oh, you don't have to, nothing is race locked anymore. So.
Oh, probably
essentially,
yeah.
So.
Want me to go and skip it?
It's up to you, man.
I mean, it's not the new one from Tasha. So the other one is Order of Scribes.
Oh, wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah.
They added that one in? Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Here's a note from Tasha. It's like, magic's great and all, but have you smelled a book?
Yes, I have actually.
Like magic in the book. That's what many folks call wizardry. The name is apt, given how much wizards spend on poring over tomes and penning theories about the nature of magic. It's rare to see wizards traveling without books and scrolls sprouting from their bags, and a wizard would go to great lengths to plumb an archive of ancient knowledge. Among wizards, Order of Scribes is the most bookish. It takes many forms in different worlds, but its primary mission is the same everywhere: recording magical discoveries so the wizardry can flourish. All the while, all wizards vie with spellbooks. A wizard at Order of Scribes magically awakens their book, turning it into a trusted companion. All wizards study books, but a wizard's scribe talks to theirs. So they don't get a spellbook.
Huh?
So the Order of Scribes on a wizard, they don't get a spellbook.
Yes, they don't. They don't get anything really. I mean, they get the spell book, but they have a. Well, according to this, anyways, I don't know if they changed anything in Tasha, but they get like a magic quill that doesn't require ink, so they can copy down spells and stuff. All like the golden stuff, the golden time that you have to use to copy down a spell. So like normally in all the other ones, their ability is you take less time and gold to copy down spells of a specific class or a specific school of magic. That one doesn't matter anymore because now it's literally just like you can do it to every spell, to every school. So basically you're like a super nerd wizard.
Alright, so at level 2 you get Wizardly Quill.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, you can magically create a tiny quill in your free hand. The magic quill has the following properties. 1. The quill doesn't require ink. When you write with it, it produces ink in color of your choice on the writing surface. 2. The time you must spend to copy a spell into your spellbook equals 2 minutes per spell level if you use the quill for the transcription.
Okay, so they changed that then.
And 3.
Because the golden time was halved, and this is just like, wait, what did you say it was? It was
the time you must spend to copy a spell into your spellbook requires 2 minutes per spell level if you use the quill for the transcription.
Okay, so they changed it a little bit.
And 3. You can erase anything you write with the quill if you have the feather on over the text as a bonus action, provided the text is within 5 feet of you. The quill disappears if you create another one or if you die.
Somebody tried to erase your knee.
Second level, Awakened Spellbook. Using specifically prepared inks and ancient incantations passed down by your wizardly order, you have awakened an arcane sentience within your spellbook. While you are holding the book, it grants you the following benefits. 1. You can use your book as a spellcasting focus for your wizard spells. 2. You can cast a wizard spell with a spell slot. You can temporarily replace its damage type with another type that appears in another spell in your spellbook, which magically alters the spell's formula for the casting only. The latter spell must be of the same level as the spell slot you expend. 3. When you cast a wizard spell as a ritual, you can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10 minutes to it. Once you use the benefit, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Like,
it is. This is officially the wizard class that I would choose if I had to say my brother was any class in D&D, it'd be this one. Because it was always a toss up between certain ones, and he likes necromancy. But I was like, I don't know. I feel like you'd be a war one, but this one actually makes it sound more like this would be up his alley. You big nerd.
Well, yeah, mostly the fact that also is imagine detect magic as a ritual, but you cast it instantly rather than 10 minutes.
Yeah. Without using a spell.
If necessary, you can replace the book over the course of the short rest by using your wizardly quill to write arcane sigils in a blank book or a magic spell book to which you are attuned. At the end of the rest, your spellbook consciousness is summoned into your new book, which the consciousness transforms into your spellbook. Along with all of its spells, if the previous book is still exists somewhere, all of the spells vanish from its pages.
selling things and making them disappear. Fuck this. D&D wants you to be shifty.
6th level, Manifest Mind. You can conjure forth the mind of your awakened spellbook as a bonus action while the book is in your person. I don't know why I said it in the accent. You can cause the mind to manifest as a tiny spectral object hovering in an unoccupied space of your choice within 60 feet of you. The spectral mind is intangible and doesn't occupy its space, and it sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. It looks like a ghostly tome, a cascade of text, or a scholar from the past. Your choice. While manifested, the spectral mind can hear and see and has dark vision within range of 60 feet. The mind can telepathically share with you what it sees and hears, no action required. Whenever you cast a wizard spell on your turn, you can cast it as if you were in the spectral mind's space instead of your own. Using its senses, you can do so a number of times per day equal to your PB and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Oh, it's like a familiar.
It also reminds me of the meme with the lady in the calculations, because it was like a cascade of text that just like it just immediately made me think of theorems, and it's just like, wait, yet another meme in this, the grand scheme. Also, it's also using the PB thing, so I think this was also one of the ones that they worked on later on. Interesting.
As a bonus action, you can cause the spectral mind to hover up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you or it can see. It can pass through creatures but not objects. The spectral mind stops manifesting if it's ever more than 300 feet away from you. If someone casts dispel magic on it, if the awakened spellbook is destroyed, or if you die, or if you dismiss the spectral mind as a bonus action. So, I cast Fireball from behind you. What?
Wait, what level is this one at?
6th level.
Okay, so they moved that one up because the one you're reading right now in the UA was Manifest Mind, and it was a level 10 ability. But everything else seems to be the same. So.
Once you conjure the mind, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a spell slot of any level to conjure it again.
Okay, it didn't have that little bit of flavor text at the end, but still.
Right. 10th level. Master Shrivener?
Master Cylinder. Okay, so they just switched the levels for these two then. That's weird.
Whenever you finish a long rest, you can create one magic scroll by touching your wizardly quill to a blank piece of paper or parchment and causing one spell from your awakened spellbook to be copied onto the scroll. The spellbook must be within 5 feet of you when you make the scroll. The chosen spell must be of 1st or 2nd level and must have a casting time of 1 action. Once in the scroll, the spell's power is enhanced, counting as a 1 level higher than normal. You can cast the spell from the scroll by reading it as an action. The scroll is unintelligible for anyone else, and the spell vanishes from the scroll when you cast it or when you finish your next long rest. You are also adept at crafting spell scrolls, which are described in the treasure chapter of the Dungeon Master's Guide. The gold and time you must spend to make such a scroll are halved if you use your wizardly quill.
Nice, I like that. I was about to say, yet again, another thing where you could just be like, I will sell you this scroll, and then they give you the money, and they're like, haha, I can use it. Oh, I can't read this. But you can just regularly make scrolls, so. Yeah.
Well, I actually like that. So it's basically every long rest you can store spells in case you're running on fumes.
Yeah.
I mean, and it looks like there's no. I don't know if I skimmed over it, but it looks like there's no limit to it. Yeah, it's one of the long rest you can create one magic scroll by touching your wizard quill. Type of paper causing your spell.
Yeah, you can stock. It looks like you can stockpile them.
Yeah, the first level, and plus your arcane, your enchanted spellbook though makes it enhanced, so it'll be a level higher when you cast it. But still, you're limited to level 1 and 2, which is a caveat itself for like being limited though. But you can basically have a bag of like, oh, I'm out of spell slots, but I can still fight.
I can still hit you with this bag pretty hard.
Yeah, but I'll just aside though. Yeah, that's actually very good for if you're literally you're back against the wall. But what are good level 1 and level 2 spells?
Yes.
Because level 3, Fireball's level 3, right?
Yes.
Alright, so 14th level. One with the word. Your connection to your awakened spellbook has become so profound that your soul has become entwined with it, while the book is in your person. You have advantage on all Arcana checks, and your spellbook helps you remember magical lore. Moreover, if you take damage while your spellbook's mind is manifested, you can prevent all the damage to you by using your reaction to dismiss the spectral mind, using its magic to save yourself. Then roll 3d6. The spellbook temporarily loses spells. The spellbook temporarily loses spells of your choice that have combined spell level equal to that roll or higher. For example, if your roll's total is 9, spells vanish from the book that have combined level of at least 9, which could mean one ninth level spell, 3 third level spells, or some other combination. If there aren't enough spells in the book to cover the cost, you drop to 0 hit points. Until you finish on a 1d6 long rest, you are incapable of casting the lost spells, even if you find them on a scroll or in another spellbook. After you finish the required number of rests, the spells reappear in the spellbook. Once you use this reaction, you can't do so again until you finish the long rest. I don't know why, that kind of reminds me of, like, remember on you remember Zatch Bell?
Yeah.
Remember when they cast spells, they go and read the glowing text?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, like the glowing text, and then it becomes dim and they can't read it anymore. They can't cast it.
Yeah. Huh.
And that's basically it for all the classes now. So we have so. Do you have energy within you to go through the spells and or the feats?
No, unfortunately.
How about the spells at least?
How many spells are there?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 spells.
This kills the Edward.
I mean, if they're like a full paragraph on a description, I would just skip them. Let's see. And the first one, of course, is the one you were curious about, is Blade of Disaster. So Blade of Disaster, 9th level conjuration, casting time 1 bonus action. Range is 60 feet. Components are vocal and somatic. Duration is concentration, up to 1 minute. You create a blade-shaped planar rift, about 3 feet long in unoccupied space you can see within range. The blade lasts for the duration. When you cast a spell, you can make up to 2 melee spell attacks from the blade, each one against a creature, loose object, or structure within 5 feet of the blade. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 force damage. The attack scores a critical hit if the number on the d20 is 18 or higher. On a critical hit, the blade deals an extra 8d12 force damage for a total of 12d12 force damage. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the blade up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see, and then make up to 2 melee spell attacks with it. Again, the blade can harmlessly pass through any barrier, including a wall of force.
That doesn't sound bad, actually.
It is a 9th level spell.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Alright, so I'm just going to read the spells, and go ahead and tell me which ones actually seems to interest you. Booming Blade, Dream of the Blue Veil.
Dream of the Blue Veil. Because that one's come up a couple times and I don't know what that is.
Okay. Where are you? Okay, Dream of the Blue Veil. Okay. Holy hell. Okay, so it's 7th level, a conjuration. Casting time is 10 minutes. Range 20. Components is vocal, somatic, and materials. A magic item or a willing creature from from the destination world.
Okay.
Duration 6 hours. You and up to 8 willing creatures within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration and experience visions from another world of the material plane, such as Oreth, Toril, Kryn, or Eberron. If the spell reaches its full duration, 6 hours, the visions conclude with each of you encountering and pulling back a mysterious blue curtain. The spell then ends with you mentally and physically transported to the world that was in the visions. To cast this spell, you must have a magic item that originates on the world you wish to reach, and you must be aware of the world's existence. Even if you don't know the world's name, your destination in the other world is a safe location within 1 mile of where the magic item was created. Alternatively, you can cast a spell if one of the affected creatures was born on the other world, which causes your destination to be a safe location within 1 mile where that creature was born. The spell ends early on a creature if that creature takes any damage and the creature isn't transported. If you take any damage, the spell ends for you and all the other creatures, with none of you being transported. So it's a spell that allows you to go to another world.
Alright. Hold up.
What's up?
Huh?
Alyssa Milano cookies.
What about Milano?
Alyssa Milano cookies.
Who's Alyssa?
The actress from Charmed.
I don't watch Charm.
Oh,
No?
sure. Why not?
I don't know if they're stale or not. I forgot when I bought them. Hey, Squeak, you see my sponge? Do you see my sponge? Oh, no, it ain't. Here.
Alright. Back to the spell read.
Mm-hmm.
Since you passed out.
Oh.
Alright, so, Green Flame Blade, Intellect Fortress, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, Spirit Shroud, Summon Aberration, Beast, Celestial, Construct, Elemental, Fey, Fiend, Shadow Spawn, Undead, Sword Burst, Tasha's Caustic Brew, Tasha's Mind Whip, and Tasha's. Okay, what? I don't know if they actually mispronounced it, but apparently in the table of contents, it's called Tasha's Otherworldly Guide, not Guys.
Oh. Fun. We might as well go over those three because aren't those new ones to the book or?
Yeah, Tasha's. Well,
Yeah.
all the ones here are new.
Oh.
But I could read the last three because of that. They are from Tasha. They are from the book's namesake.
Hmm.
Oh, skip them. Spirit Shroud, Summon Beast, Summon Aberration, Summon Construct, Summon Celestial. I summon Celestial! Paladin, no, go away.
Leave.
Like, stop sending out my summons! Do you want us to live? Not, like, no, if we're calling for their help. Alright, so Tasha's Caustic Brew. First level evocation. Casting type 1 action. Range is self. 30 foot line. Components is vocal, somatic, and materials. A bit of rotten food. Duration, concentration, up to 1 minute. A stream of acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long, 5 feet wide in direction of your choice. Each creature in the line must succeed a dex saving throw or be covered in acid for the spell's duration, or until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature. A creature covered in the acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot 2nd level or higher, the damage increases by 2d4 for each spell slot above first. Holy shit!
So that just made, I don't know why, but it's just like, you splashed him with acid, and then I just started laughing.
No, but it says a bit rotten food, so like, You vomit acid at them.
Yeah, she was a gross woman. Not gonna lie.
Alright, so next one is Tasha's Mind Whip. Second level enchantment, casting time 1 action, ranges 90 feet. Components is vocal. Duration 1 round. You psychically lash out at the creature you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn. Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It gets only one of those three. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and suffers none of the spell's other effects. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target one additional creature for each spell slot level above 2nd. The creature must be within 30 feet of each other when you hit the target. So you're denying them their full turn.
What an asshole! This lady, I don't like this lady. She talks too much, and all her spells are just "I'm a huge asshole." Bye.
And the last one is what the? Okay, so the table of contents is wrong. It is guys.
Well then.
Okay, so Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, 6th level Transmutation. Casting time 1 bonus action. Range is self. Components are vocal, somatic, and material. An object engraved with the symbol of the Elder Planes, worth at least 500 gold pieces. Duration, concentration up to 1 minute. Uttering an incantation, you draw on the magic of the lower planes or upper planes, your choice, to transform yourself. You gain the following benefits until the spell ends. 1. You are immune to fire and poison, lower planes, or radiant and necrotic, upper planes. You are immune to the poison condition, lower planes, or the charm condition, upper planes. Spectral wings appear on your back, giving you a flying speed of 40 feet. You have a +2 bonus to AC. All your weapon attacks are magical, and when you make a weapon attack, you can use your spellcasting ability modifier instead of the strength or dexterity for the attack and damage rolls. You can attack twice instead of once. When you take the attack action on your turn, you ignore this benefit if you already have a feature like extra attack, and that lets you attack more than once when you take the attack action on your turn. So don't tell Roy about this spell, because then it just gives his Eldritch Knight even more AC.
On top of that, this is basically just Tasha's Mary Sue OC spell. I don't like it.
I am my
a million things that gave it the ability to fly and increase its AC, and gave it the ability to find chocolate chips, and everybody loved her at the end. It's in the end of the book. You'll see it. I swear.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, was Booming Blade part of the UA? Was Booming Blade? Was that part of the UA?
Booming Blade?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Cause on don't know if you know about the voice actor on Edward Bosco.
You related to Dante Bosco?
Probably not.
Well then, no.
Well, anyway, and he plays on the Unexpectables as a Kenku Eldritch Knight, and back then before this book game came out though, he's been using the spell on Booming Blade.
Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, also found in Skag.
Oh, that's why.
Because I typed it in 5e tools, and it'll usually tell you where it comes from. It'll have like the anagram for it, and it says Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. But then at the bottom it says source. It says Tasha's Cauldron, but then it also goes also found in Skag, page 142.
So was Sword Coast not really quote unquote official?
It should be. It's a core book. I think it might actually be a module.
Oh, not like a book like Xanathar or Tasha's.
No, Not to my knowledge. I haven't read through it, so.
Okay, because when I was reading through Tasha's, and it only listed off on references to Xanathar's and the Player's Handbook, and that's it.
Hmm.
Right then, well, anyway, that's all of it, and both me and Edward are currently running out of views right now. So like Edward, with enough energy you have from the cookies, and would you like to tell them where they can find you?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm not supposed to be eating all of them, but I am because I'm a fat ass. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Emerald Tusk. I did do a puzzle game called Superliminal, but for some reason it's listed as Halo. So that's always fun. As long as it's still up, feel free to go through that stream. Toasty refuses to confirm that he and another one of my followers were having an erotic roleplay in my chat, but there's proof there. If you go there. That's why Toasty's leaving. Toasty's like a little night. And then on Twitter @Emerald Tusk. I usually will post stuff up there, especially if I'm going to stream. And that's it. So.
Alright, so you can find me here at twitch.tv/KetchenAsakura. Find me on YouTube under Ketchen Asakura. Find me on Twitter at Ketchen_Asakura. Or like hopefully on oh yeah, I need to ask Sora about this if he's okay with meta. If not, then I don't know. We can probably start playing Ravenloft, but I don't know. So far, only you, me, and Ogi put our backstories in the Discord chat.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I found out that I'm glad they didn't add School of Psionics for wizards.
Oh, I said that, and then when if Sora says no on playing any D&D this week, though, we could try and maybe start on Ravenloft, but only you, me, and Ogi put our backstories in the Discord chat.
Yes, but wait. What do you mean? Are you saying to stream it? Because we're not streaming.
No. I'm not saying in general.
Okay.
I'm just saying in general.
Because Ogi is very stream unfriendly.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So like if you like any games on just random games to listen to like some nerdy podcasts, or you like on some D&D, go ahead and give my channel a follow. I just need and I'm almost to 50, hopefully, and that's why I can reach affiliate. And you can also like to support my channel. Go ahead and click on my mask. It'll help me so very, very much. Anyway, thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Later.